Welcome back, everyone, to Bloodlords. In our last session, we had a wonderful time. The group managed to survive the encounter with Kageda the Hagnail, bringing her head before Berline Haldoli and effectively ending the poisoning plot here in Grey Dirge, as far as you understand it. If and who anyone is behind Kageda remains to be seen for now, but in the interim, you all have earned yourselves a very well-deserved rest. You were able to enjoy a very nice dinner with Berline Haldoli, meeting as well Tafgekta, the current governor of Grey Dirge, as well as interacting briefly with Vaskish Quicktongue, a member of the tax collectors union who had arrived to reopen Grey Dirge's bank, demanding to know who had caused chaos in its interior. You denied any knowledge of that, but did produce the official deed to the building, proving that not only do the tax collectors no longer own the building, but that the Builders League does at this point. And with Berline promising to let the Builders League know about the document and the fact that you were the ones who produced it, you should expect some good favor with them in the future, as it will benefit you, but perhaps some enmity with the tax collectors union on the flip side of that. Enjoying your dinner, though, you all then returned back to your manor for the first time in a while, since you started your onslaught on the Crooked Coffin itself, and find yourselves with a decent period of time with which to rest and relax, earn money, prepare yourselves for the future, whatever you would like to do with that. And so that brings us to the question of, with about 6 months or so of downtime, what would you all like to do with the future?
I've got a few things real quick I want to run through.
Okay.
For what I'm doing, at least. I'd probably want to spend the first 3 months working to just earn income, as my coffers. This is the only, it's what I'm used to. Either working, crafting, and helping repair things on outlying farms, utilizing my old connections to just get some more cash in our pockets, or doing some odd jobs for Berline if she asks. Preferably using my crafting to earn my income. So I'm gonna go make that roll then.
Yeah. Let me think about what level you can do that for.
Level
If
20.
you're looking to just do odd jobs around the farms with crafting, one, that would mean going back to work for Calvex again.
That's actually a good point.
And I do think you would probably be limited to only level 3 or below jobs for that. The upkeep on the farms is not a very high priority task. You did mention potentially working with Berline, though, and as you all discussed briefly when you first met her, she has been working on expanding Bloodlord's Grace recently. If you'd be willing to help out with building construction there, if that falls within your purview, she would be happy to hire you for that assistance for a period of time.
Schematics are schematics, be they for a gun or for a building.
All right. If you want to work on that for the first 3 months or so, I'd say you are more than welcome to do up to a 6th level activity, depending on the complexity of the buildings you want to work on.
Wow. And this would be level 6 for 90 days?
Up to 6th level. You can choose to do lower. 6th level would be like if you wanted to work on the most complex buildings there. But if you wanted to work something that's a little bit closer to your perceived skill level for potentially a bit less pay, but higher chance of success, you absolutely could. I'd say the
DC
lowest level would be... I'd say lowest level is going to be 4 for that.
DC 22. I've got a plus 11 to crafting. I think I can do it.
Okay.
I think I can do level 6. So I'll do level 6 for 90 days.
All right.
God, I hope I can hero point this if I
You
fuck up.
cannot.
Nope.
So that's a big thing to know. Downtime activities cannot be hero pointed.
Okay.
So, what I am willing to let you do, if you would like, is we'll say each building you work on takes about a month's worth of time.
So you'll let me do 3 at level
I'll let
6.
you do 3 earn income rolls, yes.
Over the court for 30 days.
I'm doing math real quick because I'm going over an actual
Yep.
calendar. And like the Gregorian calendar, the Galarian calendar
No.
has months that are 30 and 31 days, respectively. And I hate my
Cringe.
life.
Cringe.
So let's say your first one.
For 31?
Let's say 28, because we are in February at the moment, effectively. Calistral, as it is called in Galarian.
All right, rolling.
That will be a success, allowing you to earn 56 gold, which you can add manually to your inventory.
Happy to do that.
This will also let you change the level, if you would like to.
I'm gonna keep it at 6 for now.
Okay. Your next month, Farast, will be a 31-day month, and you can work for that long.
Is at any point Berline doing anything building an alchemy annex for herself?
She is not.
Could she please? Because then I get a +1.
Right now, Bloodlord's Grace is not really focused on building a lot of workshops. It is primarily focused on creating housing for people. The focus of Bloodlord's Grace is expanding the living space of Great Urge at the moment.
It was a shot.
It's worth a shot.
Ugh.
Ooh.
That's not a hero point, is it?
It isn't. Well, you gain a hero point because it is a natural
Hell
1,
yes.
but you cannot hero point that. So,
Right.
spending
I'll
those
take
next 31 days working on a building, it's going pretty well, but near the end of construction, you realize far too late of a pretty major fault in the foundation of the building, and the entire thing comes collapsing down.
All right. I'll take the last one at level 5.
Sure. And
As
that
soon
one
as
will be
it be
30
30?
days. The month of
Alrighty.
Gosrin.
God.
Not a great roll. You focus on
Oh, well.
rebuilding up those foundations, starting from scratch. You will still earn 6 gold pieces overall for that period, but
I'm happy with what I've earned. I've gotten a good amount of gold. I've gotten everything I want to. I've gotten enough gold to do what I want to do now.
all right. Before we come back to what you want to do for the remaining 3 months, we are going to pivot over to someone else, either Drag or Azrael. Which of you would like to go next?
I'm ready.
Just gonna be attempting to craft things as well.
I could not quite hear you, Drag.
I think we're both ready, so whichever you prefer.
Well, damn, that's not helpful to me.
Drag, go, craft.
It's
Sold.
more crafting checks.
All right. What are you... You're looking to earn income as well for a while?
I am attempting to earn income with
Sure.
my availability of my expert crafting.
Do you want to do
And,
the exact
that-
same thing and just help fill up with crafting buildings?
Well, I have magical crafting. I assume no one wants that.
For use of magical specific crafting, you could potentially find, I'd say, up to level 5 work if you wish to work in the Court of Ghouls district. If you wanted to find a number of the artists and craftspeople around town and work enchantments into what they're working on, some people would definitely hire you for that.
Oh, good. I thought you told him that he couldn't find work for that. Yeah, I'd like to do that second.
Sure. All right, so similar thing, we'll go ahead and drop it down into 3 month-long sort of not quite internship periods, but almost contract periods. So a 28-day, a 31-day, and a 30-day roll, if you would like to make them. Your maximum level is going to be 5. Lowest level will be 2 that you can choose between.
I'll go for 5.
Why not?
Crafting check.
Yep. All right. Oh, do you actually have the earn income macro on your hotbar?
I
Cross out
forgot
there?
about it. Yep,
Okay.
it's there. Sorry.
No worries. That will be definitely a success. On a success for a level 5 earn income, let me just pull it up real quick. Flip through my lovely little book of fun things. I'll get there eventually. Earn income. Level 5. You said you're an expert?
Mm-hmm.
That is 1 gold per day on a success. So your first roll will give you 28 gold.
Excellent. And why not keep going?
Why not?
Second month
30 days, go for it.
is
Very nice. Another success there earns you 30 gold.
those were both the same, right? I missed the first number. I was trying to pull stuff up so I could change it.
Yeah, you're good.
So it was 30 for both. Right.
Sorry, your first earn income roll will be 28 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're getting 1 gold per day
Okay.
on a
The
success.
next one is how many days?
31 days. Not quite a success, unfortunately. That'll only net you 6 gold and 2 silver over that period of time. Still earns you more than Philip over that whole time period, though, if you wish to rub salt in his wounds.
Of course.
I think you earned, what, 2 gold, 2 silver more than him over that whole time? I'd say that's successful.
Quite. Then
Alright. Oh, sorry. Only 6 gold, not... No, you're correct. Did I do something wrong? Am I an idiot?
it was a gold a day for the first 2.
Oh, I was wrong, because it was 31 days, then 30 days. I am a fool. Go ahead and give yourself another 8 silver pieces. And that should mathematically make it up correctly. This is what happens when you have 4 different calendars open, folks, for one campaign. You end up making a mistake somewhere. Alright, Azriel, for the first 3 months or so, what would you like to do?
Can I? Like to earn income, first of all.
Sure, what kind of skill are you looking to earn income with?
With my undead empathy, can I use diplomacy to command some of the undead field workers? And just lead them in their, guide them in their tasks.
I think we could probably make that work. The level's not going to be very high. Because that is going to be very similar to Phillips helping clean up the fields. You're probably going to be limited to only level 3 and below tasks doing that.
Can I make a suggestion?
Mm.
You have diplomacy.
Mm.
Go work with the legal department. Go do administrative. Go write up all the documents for the Builders League demolishing the bank.
That's probably legal lore.
There is specifically a feat, typically for actually earning income with diplomacy.
Is there?
Yeah, it's Bargain Hunter.
Oh, that's like the silly, goofy one, though.
Well, the first line of it is you can earn income using diplomacy. Let me think if there's a good way for you to use diplomacy otherwise. I should actually, be smart and read the wording on earn income for the first time in like 2 years.
Maybe.
Okay, that's what it is. It always felt weird to me that there was a specific feat for using diplomacy. I see, because the main ways to earn income would be crafting, using a lore skill to practice a trade, or performing with performance. Those are the primary ways to earn income.
Okay.
What are your lore skills?
Zombie lore.
Zombie lore. I think that'd fall in the similar vein as the commanding of undead. I would allow you. Your zombie lore is a lot lower than your diplomacy, so I don't want to pigeonhole you into using that if I can possibly help. I would allow you to use. I want to find a way for you to use diplomacy here. I really do. I don't want to just shut you out because you've chosen to do charisma work.
I could go for medicine too. It's just back to what I was doing before the adventuring.
Yeah. I was going to say, I was also thinking if you were interested in religion, you could help out at the Empty Threshold. That's not quite your religious fervor. You know what? I'll allow you to use diplomacy if you would like to use that time to start getting the Crooked Coffin up and running again.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Getting
like the
Oh shit! I completely forgot about that.
that thing we told him we were going to help him do, and then we really didn't help him
to do that first.
I'd say you could use diplomacy if you wanted to like build up contacts and start getting it on its feet. I will say if you do that, you're only going to take home half of whatever it is you actually are listed as earning.
That's fine.
But depending on this and the effort the rest of you guys put in afterwards, the Crooked Coffin may become a way that you guys will just passively earn income as well.
Investing at that point. Sure. We'll give that a month and see how it goes. What level am I getting here?
The Crooked Coffin itself, I believe, is a 5th level bar right off the bat. We'll say it's 4th level right off the bat, actually.
Okay.
So if you would like to do up to 4th level, you may.
Sure. We'll go for the 28 days in the first month and see how we go from there. Almost a crit by 1.
A good starting success. That would earn you 22 gold, 4 silver. So you'll take home 11 gold, 2 silver from that.
Right. 11 gold, 2 silver. How's the Crooked Coffin looking? How's it doing?
Right off rip, so this is something that's actually a question for the entire group at this point. Do you just want McTavish, I don't know, that's his name today, to run the bar as his sort of regular business? Did you want it specifically reopening as a full bar and actually improving its services?
I would vote for full bar. And we run a back alley clinic.
Sure.
Okay. Pescahi does not return during this first month, I should mention.
Shocker.
It seems very much, at the moment at least, like he has taken the money and absconded.
Oh, I only paid him, what, half up front?
Yeah.
He'll come back when he's broke.
Yeah.
Will he?
He might.
You know what? We paid him a good amount of money, and we didn't have to fight him to the death, so...
You know, he knows we have money.
Yeah.
He'll come back eventually.
He knows you
If
He knows
rolled
we
only,
a
have money.
Bloodlord to
He
get
knows we
money.
have.
if only to rob us.
Does he know we went to a Bloodlord to get money?
You guys talked about it right next to him.
We
He
didn't
doesn't.
say her name. We said like our contact.
I specifically said the wallet. Go home and get our wallet.
Yeah.
I'll check the tapes.
It's on the tape. I called her a wallet.
he's
I
he's
never
not
said her name.
he's not stupid. He probably could have reasoned it out, but
Yeah, I think it's still like he would probably understand who the wallet was.
Perhaps. We'll see down the line. If you're looking to make the Crooked Coffin full running bar again,
like a proper one, not like the shit heap it was before.
right, upgrading its menu, offering food stuff.
Mhm.
Philip, you don't need an alchemical lab. Have one. Stairs at the bar.
Yeah, you do have Pescahi's alchemist lab at the bar already set up.
Oh, true.
It's
don't
more
have to
if you
buy one of
wanted like a magical crafting facility, a smithy, things like that. You'd have to set up separately.
I mean, we can, because we have this magical crafting thing set up already. It feels like it's good incentive for others. It feels like it's good incentive for Jeremiah.
Oh, that's
to
what we're
come
naming
move
it
in.
today.
Jeremiah.
Sure.
I'm okay with that.
I think in order to fully get the tavern up and running again, you're going to need to spend... I'm doing math. I'm not just sitting here like a loon, I swear.
Hey, this man's just sitting here like a loon.
Like a loon. Everyone roll a d20 for me and tell me the results.
I got a natural 20.
Did you actually? No, you gotta say
No.
fuck off.
Hey,
That was so close.
A 17, a 17, and a 7. That's fantastic.
Triple sevens.
Okay. That's very funny. I think what I'm going to say is in total, to get the bar fully up and running, you guys are going to need to invest 299 gold into it. Don't ask how I got that number. So at the moment, you have 11.2 invested just flat off of what the half Azrael is putting into it is. But if you want the tavern to fully reopen as a way for you guys to just passively earn money while you're doing your own downtime and while you're out doing actual adventuring down the line, you're going to need to input that much total wealth into it.
if we put in enough, but a lesser amount, we'll get like just the front open, like the way it was before. Do we want to have a grand opening where it's like shit though? I feel like we wouldn't even want to do that. Should put out some like renovation signs.
Yeah, because a lot of the building needs repairs, especially the additional tanks. A lot of what's already there needs replacing. And past all of that, there's just, this will cover the general influx of supplies needed to get it off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Past that, it will be assumed that when the tavern does its own earn income rolls, it's losing a bit of potential wealth in actually purchasing supplies and paying employees and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I can give it 2 more months.
Yeah, you want to do another 2 months of working at it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
There's 30 and 31.
Yes. 31 first, technically. If we're being pedantic.
It matters.
All right.
Classic.
24.8 will be 12.4 that you take home.
12 and 4. And then the 30. Really consistent today.
Nice. Another 12 gold on the dot. All right. And you guys can also choose to put in money from your own inventories into the coffin if you would like. You do not have to solely improve it through your earn income rolls. At the moment, you've got 35 gold, 6 silver put into the coffin after Azrael spends about 3 months of time working on generally renovating it and getting it ready to go.
I'll see how much money I have left over after I do a little bit of my stuff. I should have a good amount left over, though.
All right. Well, moving on to the next 3 months or so of time, we'll go ahead and pivot back up to Philip. What would you like to do, good sir?
So in this downtime, I'd like to craft a few things. Huh?
Okie doke.
So I've got 65 gold. I think first I will craft myself I'm thinking I'm going to craft myself 3 adaptive cogwheels, which would total to 30 gold.
So, those are a consumable. An interesting thing to note about crafting consumables is it is done in batches of 4.
Correct. Which would total to 30 gold. On batches of 4, though. Yeah, I guess 2 then.
So you want to
2
craft
batches.
it twice to make 8.
Yes, 2
I
batches.
see, which will cost you 40 gold.
I thought that 20 was I thought I halved the cost of the 20. It's 5 gold pieces to produce 1.
I see. So you're talking about how much you're paying instantly.
Yes, I'd be paying 20 gold up front.
Okay. Boy, we're getting into the fun math of doing things. All right. So you want to start. You only craft 1 batch at a time.
Yes.
So with your first day of work here, go ahead and spend 10 gold.
Woo.
Since you have the formula, it only takes 1 day to do the initial crafting thing. Now, if you go to your basic action macros, are you on the screen somewhere? Did you get... Oh, you did get deleted from existence because your sheet was broken and I had to replace it.
How
now
dare
you're back.
you. Okay.
So
that's earn income.
Select your token, hit the basic action macros, and there's an actual craft button in there.
Wild, it's not in the downtime.
No,
section.
It's in the encounter basic action macros. Don't ask me why.
Okay.
And they'll ask you to drag the item there. You just drag the formula in and then hit craft.
All right. Not alchemical, so I won't get that +1 circumstance.
Nope. Look at that. So you can see it's a success. So it said paid.
Okay.
So you can see if you spend an additional 4 days there of work, you'll craft the entire things at just that half cost of 2 gold, 5 silver. All right.
I'll do that. So that's a total of 5 days.
Yep. And
I have...
Did you spend that first bit of gold already?
I did.
Okay. Because there are buttons in when you do the crafting to actually pay. That first one is to pay just the half and then craft it, and the second one is to pay full and craft it. It also only gives you 1 item per craft, even though it has you do it.
It'll craft in batches.
Yeah. Fun times all around, right?
Yeah.
We love Foundry. Right. So 5 days spent and 20 gold nets you, and 10 gold, nets you the first 4 adaptive cogwheels.
I will do it again.
All right, go for it.
Character.
Yes,
How many investments does a basic character have?
10.
10.
10 investment slots. There is a general feat you can take, Incredible Investiture, that will allow you to invest in 12
Yes,
items.
12. Yeah. I remember it now. I did it.
All right. I'm going to spend another 5 total days there, Philip.
That'll be another 10 gold.
Mm-hmm. And that'll give you 4 more adaptive cogwheels, so you've got 8 total now.
Perfect.
I'll also ask, does anyone in the party at the moment have a repair kit? Because you do need a repair kit to attach talismans.
How much is a repair kit?
That's a great question.
I'm gonna guess 5 silver.
You would be incorrect.
Yes.
2 gold.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I have a repair kit
20.
now.
Okay. I'll go ahead and just drop it in the party stash. And if you
Okay.
ever actually need to repair something, you can put it into your inventory. But so you don't have to worry about the bulk it takes right now. It's just in the stash.
Gotcha. And then, so that's 10 days I've spent.
Mm-hmm. You have 82 days remaining.
I'll spend another 28 to craft a total of 8 moonlit spell guns.
Oh, you also. Okay.
So you want to do
Because
2 batches of it.
I'll be doing 2 batches because I can
Okay.
pass them out to my friends as well.
Sure. So go ahead and do the first crafting roll for 4, because this is going to be
I'm
2
gonna-
total rolls.
I'm going to subtract the total gold at the end of both rolls.
Sure.
This is not alchemical.
Ooh. That is a critical success, which will mean you craft the first 4 in a total of 5 days.
All right, so that is 15 days spent.
Mm-hmm.
Second round.
For a total of 14 gold.
Oh.
A regular success, which will mean it'll take 6 days total to craft.
I'll take 21 days.
Yeah. And in total, it takes 28 gold
Yep.
of what you've got. All right.
Down to 22. Is there anything else I want to craft? Do either of you want tattoos?
Yes.
I have Triangular Teeth, Bewitching Bloom, Memoir Map, and Ice Slash.
We already both have isolation.
Okay. Triangular Teeth or Bewitching Bloom. Triangular Teeth gives you item bonus to survival, navigating bodies of water. And as a reaction, you can gain a +1 circumstance bonus to AC against an attack, as well as a +2 status bonus to damage for the next strike made against the person who attacked you.
Keep in mind that is something that can only be activated once per day. And
Yes.
the AC bonus becomes a +2 circumstance bonus if the attacker was in water or has the amphibious, aquatic, or water trait.
I
much
also
better?
have Bewitching Bloom, which is once per day. You choose an ally within 30 feet for 2 actions. That ally gets a +2 to a recall knowledge to recall something.
That's a 2 action ability?
It's a 2 action ability once per day.
Ew.
Let me drop both in chat. Why am I reading these to you?
It does allow the ally to attempt the recall knowledge as part of you spending the 2 actions
Oh!
for Witching Bloom. It does not
That's
just
much
give
better.
them a bonus to their next recall knowledge attempt.
I just kind of like auto succeeding an 8 roll for 2 actions.
Yeah.
And giving them a free action.
Okay.
Okay.
This is going to be. I'll ask that if either of you want it, that you chip in
Mm-hmm.
for it. As I only have 22 gold left, so I could give someone the Bewitching Bloom for free, but I can't give someone. I can give someone I can give someone one of these tattoos for free. So I'm gonna ask if we can get some chip in on this.
I would not care for either of these.
Okay. Drag.
I'm
You cut out there.
I'm good.
All right.
All right. Did you want to give
Um,
either to yourself?
I'll give the bewitching bloom to myself. Yeah, I'll give the bewitching bloom to myself.
Then go ahead and make your crafting attempt, good sir. Very
13
nice.
days. 14
so 14
days.
days total.
And that's going to be 12 and a half gold.
All right. And you can go ahead and we'll add that to your inventory.
And then I have 9 gold remaining, so I can't exactly put much into the bar.
Well, at this point, you do have a full 56 days left of your downtime that you could put back into earning income if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll spend that 56 days earning income at the bar,
Okay.
giving half of the earned income to the bar.
Sure. So level 4 is going to be the maximum you can do if you're working specifically on the bar. Remember, you can earn income doing something else and still put money from that earn income into the bar if you wanted. So if you wish
Is
to do
there
something that is a
any
higher level,
higher level crafting alchemy things I could do? Because that would be a plus 12 to my crafting instead of a plus 11.
here in town, I don't think you're really going to find any high-level alchemists here in Grey Dirge, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll put the 56 days at crafting 4 into the bar.
The highest level
Assisting-
alchemist and creatures probably just fled the town.
Yeah, you're currently the highest level alchemist in town, probably.
Hell yeah. I'll also be assisting Jeremiah with his alchemy, so I can get that plus 1. Fingers crossed.
I'm gonna say no.
Damn.
I know
Alright, I'll just
you're
do-
really joshing for that plus 1.
I'm fiending for it. All right, I'm gonna do level 4 crafting
Sure.
at the bar.
I'll say, do you want to do it for 56 days, or do you want to do 2 28-day rolls?
I'll do 2 28s.
Okay.
First one, success.
Very nice. Just barely. And you said
Just
you're putting
barely.
half back into the bar?
Half of that's going into the bar, so I'll walk away with 112.
Yeah, so 11 gold, 2 silver there.
Nothing for the last.
Unfortunate, Philip.
And this is bullshit. I don't have any more hero points. All right. Okay. I'll walk away with an extra 112 silver.
All right. In total, that will end your downtime, having done some crafting, little bit of earning income, and leaving the bar with about 46.8 gold put into it by the time you're done. Drag, what would you like to do with your remaining downtime?
And we
First
needed
of all,
to do what,
2 more months of
260?
crafting.
2 more months of earning income for you? Go for it. 31 days and then 30 days.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
motherfucker.
These rolls are making people sad.
Wow.
What are these rolls?
Oh, goodness.
That's a 2 and a 1.
The, these next 2 months of working in the court, unfortunately, just don't go super well. The people you're working with, you end up dealing more with some scam artists whose work just isn't high quality in the first place, and makes it really difficult to actually create good enchantments on them.
Okay. And then how long would it take to go and look for formulas that I
Looking for formulas, you could probably purchase most of the ones you wanted in one day.
Well,
are there any... What specific ones are you looking for here?
I have a list.
Let's go through them. Well, let me ask you this first. Are there any that are rare?
Let me check. I can't afford the whole list. It was just a list of things depending on how much I made.
Gotcha.
Double checking. One so far. I had them all minimized. Boxes.
If you want to just copy and paste the list into like Discord, you're more than welcome to.
There's only one rare.
Okay. I'd say for the rare items, I am going to need a diplomacy roll to actually find someone who's selling
It
it.
is a necrobinding serum. Unless that is illegal. I didn't realize. One of the two.
I'd say it is probably not fully illegal here, but definitely regulated in Geb, so I am still going to need a diplomacy roll to find it.
Okay.
Not impossible, it's just going to be challenging.
Well, before that, is how long would you think that would take? I've got the rest of the month I can roll for money.
It's all still going to take 1 day to do all of this.
Well,
To
it would
find
take
and
the
shop
rest of the month
everything.
to make more money.
Okay, so another 30 days and then 1 day to purchase everything.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Fucking fail.
Oh,
You son of a
goodness.
bitch!
God damn.
Well, it's at least another
It's another
12
6
gold
gold.
windows too. Okay.
All right, what are we looking to purchase here? You're looking to get all formulas?
Yes. Double checking my math real quick. I I'm just gonna send you.
Yes, send me that list.
I did the math for this part. It should be like 77.
A number of things you want. Is there a specific order, or you're just checking if you can get all of those? I see.
Top to bottom in preference.
Gotcha.
Though the last one changed that for an endless group one instead.
For an endless grimoire. Okay.
That
You are
one's more
not a
important.
prepared caster, so grimoires will do nothing for you, just as an FYI.
I thought those were. I thought you could still learn spells though, right?
You can. I have to check the exact rules on learning spells.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Then I will just throw that out the window.
Yeah. You can learn additional spells, yes. However, as a spontaneous caster and not prepared, you don't really use grimoires. Let me check the exact wording on grimoires again.
I don't
Is-
think I do, but it was a bonus to. It was an item bonus to learning spells, which I didn't know how to get any other way, and it contained a. Well, I didn't prepare, so that part doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the big thing about grimoires is they'll typically give you a bonus when you prepare a spell from them. since you do not prepare spells, you would never be able to benefit from that. The Endless Grimoire, I forgot it gives a bonus to learning spells. So
Plus
you
one
would
item
benefit
bonus.
from that.
If there's an easier way to get that, do let me know. But I don't know this item set very well.
Not off the top of my head. So I will replace the Spellguard Shield with that for now. But first was the Retrieval Prism, which is a funny little talisman. Allows you to grab items that are just teleport into your hand. Keep in mind you can only affix things to weapons and armor, and the Retrieval Prism is specifically affixed to armor. I see, and then you can choose any one item when you affix it to the armor and teleport that item to your hand. Neat. That's a fun
Put it on my
item.
clothes, and then when I forget my thing at home.
Second rank spell scroll. Sure thing. A third rank spell scroll. Oh, we're getting up there in the world.
Prepping.
Let's see, the Retrieval Prism is level 3. Second rank spell scroll is level 3. It's going to be 3 plus 3 plus 8, because the third rank spell scroll is 5th level. A good old private workshop. Make it so you guys can craft on the go.
Hell yeah.
Level 6 item. That one is...
Can't make it yet.
For the
Most of these are 5 or 6.
Yeah.
A few of them are 3.
But good to
I'll
have
give you-
the formula.
Hey man, I'll give you I'll give you the aid action when you craft these things. Can I do that?
The corpse word pendant is illegal in Geb.
Okay.
I wonder why.
I can see why.
Making yourself undetectable to undead. I wonder why that would be illegal in the place populated primarily by the undead.
We live in a fucking surveillance state.
Swap that with a Ring of the Ram, then.
We love the Ring of the Ram.
No, we don't.
I can't believe we live in a
Just
fucking
because you're salty
surveillance
about
state.
it.
It doesn't scale.
Oh my god, cry some more.
I will.
Teen.
Jericho, this man is actively sobbing.
You wouldn't let me rocket jump with it. I'm mad.
I'm
Oh, no.
sorry. What?
Exactly.
You shoot the ground. It shoots force out. There's nowhere for the ground to go, so you should go. Physics.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that. Look,
Jacob, if that's how that works, you need the peasant railgun to work too.
No.
I think the peasant railgun should hot take here. I think the peasant railgun should work because if you're going to go to that much effort to explain to NPCs to line up, and the only explanation is trust me, it works. And if you're able to do that, you should be rewarded.
You're assuming we're talking about NPCs here and not just 30 simulacrums of yourself.
Take a long fucking time to cast. Also, I don't think you can cast multiple simulacrums. I think once you cast an additional simulacrum,
There is a
You just-
infinite simulacrum loop, and it is
Not in
stupid.
this game.
No, but the peasant railgun isn't in this game.
Based off of
simulacrum.
our math here, Drag, for all of those items, it will run you exactly 82 gold.
Yes, I did the math when I added in the Ring of the Ram. It
Okay.
was 77 before I swapped it, because the other one was a 5th
And would you
level
look
item.
at how much gold you have right there?
Wow, it's
What a-
83 gold.
What a beautiful math. Yeah, that's all perfect. You can go ahead and purchase all of those using your last day.
Set
it's a
that to 0.
factorial. I think you can create a specific factorial number of simulacrums, but it's not infinite, and it's not enough to get the peasant railgun actually working. I know that.
What for 5th?
Look, all I'll say is if y'all want me to bring in physics to a point that the peasant railgun works, I will, but I will be using it against you.
Absolutely, you should.
Look, if we're at a point where that physics works, I'm just gonna go buy all the fucking Dusts of Dryness, because we did the thought for that, and they're just
oh god.
nukes. They're
Wait,
just
hold on.
nukes.
Dust of what does it
It-
do? Just like dry
It
up the ground?
absorbs like a few, I don't remember how much, but it's a certain cubic amount of water. And when it gets wet, it immediately releases all that water. from something that's the size of, I don't know, a dice.
Hold on.
It's just a nuke.
If it is thrown into water, a volume is 100 gallons, instantly transformed into nothing.
It goes down to the size of a d6.
Oh my god.
The second that gets wet, if physics exists, it is a tactical nuke.
Oh my god. Absolutely.
I'm not even talking about like the
Goofy.
force damage of it going off. Like, no, with like put that much matter in one spot and release it in a second, it will explode.
It's magic.
You cannot reduce that 100 gallons of water into the size of a quarter without shit going sideways.
Well,
It's
Jacob, it's
magic.
magic until you let it out, and then it's just water.
Look,
It's the same
Take it-
physics as the shit cannon. With a
Take
bag of
it from
holding.
take it from
Shit,
someone who failed college physics. I think I failed it twice. The math is
You think?
sound.
Anyway, enough about theoretical physics
How
and
much
our
of
fucking.
college do you think?
No,
I
I feel like
remember?
our session should just be a discussion on this.
I'm okay with that.
Look, if
did
that's
that
the
enough on
case, you need to
Tuesdays.
come play in my World War game because that is a controlled substance.
No
The
shit.
military does not allow people to have dust of dryness.
That's why it's
Oh
great that
shit,
Dust of
this
Dryness
Dust of
isn't in
Dryness-
Pathfinder.
This dust of dryness is only owned by Lockheed Martin.
So how's your downtime going, buddy?
I mean, I bought a bunch of items. I'm done.
Yeah.
got a
Drake has
lot of
purchased
shit.
a bunch of formulas.
Oh, those are all formula. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
no,
actual
I can't.
items.
They're all fucking like
Like,
fifth or
dear
sixth
God,
level
you bought a
items.
lot of things.
And so here's the thing I want to say. Azrael, we're about to do your last 3 months of downtime.
Mhm.
After that is when you guys are going to get your next quote-unquote job. You do not immediately have to set off on it. If you would like to do additional downtime, you're more than welcome to.
Another
You're,
6 months.
you're not really on a time crunch right now, as far as you're aware. I will be keeping track of time spent, and I will be using it against you, but you don't need to worry about that. So,
Oh, you already added them. Thank you. God
I
bless.
did. Well, you guys
was
were
about to,
talking
like-
about physics.
I was trying to just like
I love
pull up the
physics.
thing for this.
Nah, I got you.
God bless. I just need to keep the next 4 minimized.
Alright, Azrael. You have
How much?
3 months of of downtime
Oh.
remaining.
By the way, I did want to make the roll to locate necrobinding serum cellar, even though I don't have the gold for it at the moment. I want to know who has it.
Go ahead and give me that diplomacy roll then. Blind, please. Since this falls under gathering information. With that roll, I'd say as of right now, you're not able to find anyone in Grey Dirge actively willing to share the formula at a price.
Fair enough.
That's not to say there isn't someone here, just right now you're not able to convince anyone or find anyone who might publicly know it.
Fair enough.
Alright, Azrael. The Crooked Coffin currently has 46 gold and 8 silver put into its reconstruction.
So about a fourth of the way there.
You know what? You can have
About
the
a sixth.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. Someone rolled a thing and it distracted me.
Philip stepped away.
Yeah.
You have about a sixth of the gold in
Mhm.
order to get the Crooked Coffin running once more.
What else can I earn income with? Because I don't have crafting. I don't really have a good lower skill. I think it's just
Yeah.
this.
You've got a lot of the talky talk skills,
Hmm.
which
Maybe you should spend a week of retraining to go grab Bargain Hunter.
you could do that. Spend a week
Spend a
retraining
week
the
to
bargain
take it
hunter,
away again.
and spend a week taking it away afterwards. Yeah.
So stupid.
Who needs fleet right now?
Oh god. I guess I could check in my general slot. I always forget about that.
Yeah. Do you really need battle medicine right now?
The second I take that away, I will immediately need it.
That's why Zuka
Do I,
has
re-
it now.
do I really need Bon Mot?
Bonmo is amazing. Though, the
Who
real
even
question
cares
is,
about Will DCs?
how many people in the party use spells that target will DCs? Because that's the real reason you take Bonmo. Is
Our
then
other
people-
spellcaster just punches people, and our other person has a gun.
Well, then wait for Bonmo until you can also get Evangelize. And you
Ain't it?
spend a term doing the great diplomacy combo. Bonmo, Demoralize, Evangelize. Congratulations, you now have a penalty to will saves, perception checks. You're frightened and stupefied. Get fucked, idiot.
Throw in like a little swashbuckler so you gain panache for doing that.
Exactly. And I'm now fast. What are you gonna do
Alright.
about it?
Let's spend a week to grab a bargain hunter.
Okay. I'll go ahead and mark off 14 days for now. Just time to get it and then time to retrain it back.
I'm not gonna retrain it back.
Oh, okay. Then just 7 days.
Just 7 days.
Hot dog.
We'll
Out
just
of
keep
here.
bargain hunter.
You can always retrain it if need be.
Oh yeah.
What are you getting rid of for it? Bonmo?
Yeah.
Fair. If you guys had a lot of will DCs, then I would recommend holding on to it. Your guys' party doesn't really look to target will DCs very frequently.
No, kind of just my like demoralized checks, but
Yeah. Nor are people really hiding or creating a diversion to benefit from the penalty to their perception DCs.
if Philip was like a pistolier gunslinger, hell yeah.
Or if he was a sniper, since they benefit from hiding.
All right, and
Unfortunately,
then
he had to be obsessed with magic.
hey, now we can all use it. All right, so 7 days gone. What's that leave me in the first month?
In the first month, you have 24 days remaining.
Ooh, not the right button.
That is such a
So-
tragedy.
I roll a nat 20.
You may have.
Oh,
I'm
no,
willing
can
to
we
give
keep
it to you
Okay.
for those
Because they-
first days. Because
Say,
that is a
what level is it?
tragedy.
Is it still level? Is it level 6 now?
You
Or is
can
it
do
level-
up to 6th level if you are fully bargain hunting.
Yes.
Okay, because you'll be able to make use of all the merchants in town.
Which means I think I have to like get an item with this.
Yeah. And so because you crit succeeded, that allows you to get counted as 7th level effectively. You're an expert in diplomacy, correct?
Yes.
So it's 2 gold, 5 silver for 24 days. 60 gold.
Holy shit. That's twice what I made the entire previous 3 months.
Are you putting any of that into the Crooked Coffin or just holding on to it
No.
for now?
That's going to me.
Fair enough.
And I will, because I was bargain hunting, I just found a bargain striking rune.
That is not how that works.
Are you sure?
Yes, you
Pretty
have to
sure it works.
specifically hunt for the bargain separately. This works as if you were using earn income with diplomacy, but instead of gaining money, you purchase an item at a discount.
Yeah. So I found I instead of gaining that 60 gold, I find a striking rune for 5 gold. And then I spend 5 gold.
Okay. I would like to know in advance from now on if you are specifically trying to earn income or sniff out a bargain.
Sure, I figured it's like the same thing. It's just like a flavor text thing, but I can tell you in advance if you want to.
Yeah.
I'll spend 65
Because
and then
again,
grab
that
a...
still falls under certain items might require a roll to find.
I feel like a fundamental wouldn't, but yeah, for like other things, I see
That's
that
why I
making
said
sense.
certain items.
I am in full agreement with you.
Alright.
And we'll do that 2 more times for non-specific items, I guess.
Okay.
Just
So-
finding good bargains.
30 days and 31 days, respectively.
30 days at level 6. Perfect.
Very nice. Another 60 gold for you.
And then 31, you said?
Mm-hmm.
At level 6. Nice. So that is 122. And then how much are we short on the bar?
At the moment, you have 46.8 put in out of 299.
Uh... $50 for healers. I get 2 of these. If I were to buy an item, increasing item, would we prefer it to be healing? Would we prefer it to be religion, or would we prefer it to be intimidation?
For what?
Just an item that boosts my skill by 1 forever. I'm gonna go intimidation. Okay. I would like to buy a glasses of social ability and a 100 victories tattoo.
Social ability. Alright, so that'll cost you 120 gold.
I would like to buy a waterproof journal for 5 gold.
Sure.
What was this tattoo I said was the 100 victories? And a waterproof journal. Is anyone short about 20 to 30 gold for an item that they really want?
I think I might actually be. I'm looking at a striking rune.
I would love to help you buy a striking rune.
I'm sitting at 21 gold. I need 65, so I'm 45 short, 44 shorts.
Azrael, when did you get that jolt coil?
Sessions ago.
What
That
level
was
is
like
the
a big
striking
thing
rune?
for me.
Striking room's a level 4.
You might also want one of those then, Drag, for your hand wraps.
What?
Or, I guess you don't have hand wraps right now. If you wanted to boost up your unarmed attack at all with Dragon Claws, you may wish to get hand wraps in a striking rune.
Ah, I see.
And how much gold could you offer to the buy Philip a striking rune?
I have
Fun.
17 silver.
A little louder.
I have 17 silver.
We are all broke. All right, it's fine.
Spent 82 gold on fucking.
I will give Philip 27 gold.
It's not gonna be enough for me, but
It'll get you close.
I'll get close. Okay, you give me 27 gold.
Yeah.
I'll just keep that for now, and I'll spend it on party things, or if I can get a striking rune in the future. I am. What is that?
You guys
Hold on.
do also have those onyx gemstones in the party stash from your time in the bank that you could sell still, don't forget.
We do.
Ooh, we
This might be a
do.
good time to do that.
Yeah. Drag, how do you feel about that? For 80 gold piece, is it a total of 80 gold, or is it
So
4 gemstones at 80 gold?
each one is worth 20, but remember, if you sell all 4 together, you can actually get 100 gold for them.
I think that's a good investment of party funds, is getting me a
Yeah.
striking rune.
mean, I could just learn the formula.
And that wouldn't like help us get it cheaper though, really.
Well, I
No,
could
that
pick
would,
multiple, since there's two of us that kind of want it.
That would require more downtime though. So just having it now.
It's just an option.
It is.
It'd be if you're willing to
So
spend
yeah.
the downtime, it could effectively save you guys 65 gold.
Yes.
Effectively 60 gold saved.
yeah.
Decision is yours.
I could always go find another bargain while you're crafting it.
Better another week. Let's make some.
Would that give us enough money to buy drag hand wraps and them both a striking rune? For making two?
No, if you sold the gemstones, you could effectively get hand wraps and one striking rune for that exact value. Or you could you could get rid of the gemstones, get hand wraps for drag, the formula for a striking rune, and only need to spend 5 additional gold as well as the downtime to craft 2 striking runes.
Because we still have the golden Phelps inventory too. I'm done for that.
I'll start by selling the gemstones and giving you guys 100 gold in the party stash.
I think the striking rune's like what?
65.
No, to craft it.
The formula for it will be 5, and
yeah.
by spending downtime, you could effectively half the cost of it.
Two,
So you could make 2 for the cost of 1. You want to start by spending 35 gold on hand wraps for drag, so drag has those at least, and then you guys can always hear what your next job is before determining whether you want to just try and buy or if you want to take the additional time to craft.
Sure.
Yeah.
You okay with that, drag?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'll go ahead and drop 35 gold from the party stash. And drag, you will gain hand wraps of Mighty Blows, which inherently have a +1 item rune on them. And so they will give you a bonus when you make melee unarmed attacks. So that'll be with your tail, that'll be with your dragon claws if you attach those. All of those benefits.
I needed to buy. I need 5 gold out of the party fund to buy a healer's toolkit.
So, another question for you guys. When do you remember to go check on the unconscious person you left in the Crooked Coffin after killing Kageda?
After
Oh,
6
immediately.
months.
We mentioned it after dinner. So probably we went like right there.
Yeah, I think we went immediately.
Okay. Then, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to take our quick break here, because then we'll get back into story when we return. So, stand up, stretch, grab some water, do what you need to do. When we come back, we will get back into the actual story of things.
Ooh.
See you all in a few.
Hip hip.
So if a
Alright.
ritual has the Bloodlord's Adventure Path tag, should I not look at it?
You should do your best not to, yes.
Okay, then I will not read this ability.
What is the name of it?
It is the Corpse Communion Ritual, second rank.
Yeah, that's one of them.
We might find it
would
later.
actually be fine to read.
Oh.
That one was introduced in this campaign, but you would be fine to read it. It's a ritual that allows you to read the memories, potentially, of a corpse.
That sounds very useful.
Hmm.
It's like speak with dead, but they don't have to talk to you.
All right. So, we're gonna pivot back about 6 months in time to after you all finish your meeting with, or your dinner with Berline and Tafgekta, as you all decide to head back to the Crooked Coffin. Now that Kageda is deceased, you are no longer on death's door yourself, and there are treasures to be found potentially, and an unconscious restrained individual to be potentially freed and or spoken with. So, I'll go ahead and pop you guys back over to the Crooked Coffin as you were when you left. I will also say, during those 6 months, I'm not going to ask for rolls on them. You would have been able to identify those few things you had yet to identify in your stash. That bubbling green liquid is a moderate acid flask. The glowing purple liquid is a lesser dark vision elixir. Very useful for this party, I promise. And the slate colored liquid is a stone fist elixir.
Interesting.
That cloth pouch, if anyone guessed otherwise, shame on you, but it is a Type 1 spacious pouch. So,
I didn't know if
you have your dimensional storage.
what are they? Bags of hungry?
Bags of devouring.
Thank you. I didn't know if those existed, so I was being cautious.
Technically, yes. They have not created a remastered version, as far as I am aware, to match the bag of holding's new term as a spacious pouch. There's not
Gotcha.
like a devouring pouch that has been created as of yet. But yes, a bag of devouring does exist, and it's very entertaining. It will just try and eat you. There's also a bag of weasels. There's a cursed version of a spacious pouch that just has a 50% chance of you pulling a weasel out of it when you try and grab an item. What fun! But you all have made your way back to the Crooked Coffin. What now?
Yep. It's
Go check on the.
Go check on the unconscious person.
Still there, still unconscious. Looks like.
Still there, still unconscious, still looks gaunt and starved.
See, it'd be really weird if they didn't look gaunt or starved anymore.
Did they?
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
Did they eat any of the rations filled through them, or are they still just on the floor?
They are still just on the floor. It does not look like they have awoken over the course of the day that you've been away.
Does appear to be like a magical slumber?
Give me either perception or recall knowledge, your choice.
That's an interesting choice.
And I know I do not have my tattoo to assist you. Sad.
Correct. As of now, you do not have your tattoo.
Yep.
Sad.
You've got no clue.
Do we have the key to the store, or do I need to call for Philip?
Philip is standing right next to you, isn't he?
He is.
Oh, like
But
You can enter the room if you would like, Philip.
Destiny could not see anything, so is reloading Foundry.
That would create a problem. Oh, you know what? Because it's old Philip I have on the map still, not the new character sheet of Philip. That's on me.
damn it!
You should have said something.
I just did!
Well, and that's why we just figured it out.
What the fuck?
What?
What?
There's 2 Phillips on the map.
That's because you were reloading when I deleted the old one and added the new
Ah.
one.
Okay.
That is
fine.
the current. That is the new Philip. The old one, treat it as if it doesn't exist. It is a mirage.
Okay.
A figment
past
of
the
Philip's
illusion.
overactive imagination. Now that he can
I'll
actually
move
sleep well.
past the illusion, and I'll pick this lock.
Okay.
Pick a lock.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long to just go ahead and pop it open. Takes a little bit of effort, but nothing too terribly insane.
I'll push the door open. I won't enter though.
Okay.
Can I do a perception check to see if are they faking it?
Give me that perception check. As far as you can tell, they do appear to be truly unconscious.
I'll look at Azrael.
Yes.
You're gonna make me go in there first, aren't you?
Zuka can go in there.
Of course.
True, we can just send Zuka in there.
Y'all are so paranoid.
Yes.
Pry, perhaps.
Okay.
We're just hoping something will eventually kill him.
The door open.
Yeah, I opened it.
Oh, it's still closed here. Zuka, go.
Zuka slithers on into the room. Nothing happens.
Zuka, first aid.
Guess I'll move in as well.
Okay. The person does not appear injured in any meaningful way. Give me a medicine check for Zuka.
Secret.
No, this can be public. Doesn't matter. From what Zuka's able to tell, the unconsciousness appears to be a mixture primarily of starvation. Lack of food, lack of water seem to be what has her on death's door at the moment.
Medicine check, I guess.
Can we give her some water and attempt to like force feed her some of the ration?
Sure, absolutely. Whoever is doing that, Drag has the right of it. Go ahead and give me a medicine check. Okay. Yeah, spending a minute or so here to try and get her to drink some water to break up some of the food and get her to consume it slightly, combined with a little bit of treatment as well, does eventually manage to rouse her. Were you keeping her tied up, or did you untie her?
Yes.
You guys said that with such gusto.
I want her ass tied up until
We know why she was.
yeah.
Okay. Her eyes take a moment, but eventually flicker open. She looks over and sees all of you in her cell with her, and very quickly, like, sits up and sort of scoots back into the corner. Who are you? What do you want?
Is she a quick or is she undead?
She's a quick.
I'll bend down and I'll
If
just
she
go,
was a dead, then starvation wouldn't really have had an effect on her.
Out of character, your spleen!
God.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Gesundheit.
No thanks to you, Jericho.
What? Rude.
Sucks.
I'll get down on one knee and I'll just go, hello. Do you know where you are?
Know exactly where I am. Who are you?
My name's Philip. We had a few questions to ask about the hag Kageda.
Where is she? Where is she?
Yeah. Dead.
Prove it.
Does Berline
Words
still
mean-
have her
Words
skull?
mean nothing.
Yep.
You did leave her head there, yes.
Go and just kick the body a few times.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
like
not
the
much,
disassembled soup of parts.
there's not much proof we can offer you, as
I mean,
she has
there's
been.
a spilt over pot and a bunch of bodies over here.
There's not much proof we can really offer you, as she has been eviscerated. And our contractor took her head. So, what are you looking for in terms of proof?
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy roll here. Telling her that there really isn't anything to show.
Oh, that's supposed to be blind.
No, this can be public.
Oh.
This is just a general diplomacy roll. Nothing too crazy or special about it. Well, suppose she wouldn't suffer anyone here if she were alive anyway, so... Glad am I that she's dead.
But that doesn't answer my. Well, I guess I never asked that question.
Mm.
Why are you here?
Because she took delight in holding me prisoner and torturing me.
What did you do to earn such ire from her? Shouldn't have been that hard. She's kind of a bitch.
It's a little bit of a bitch.
She sort of looks down at her still tied up hands.
Philip makes no move to untie her. Yes.
I won't share unless my freedom is guaranteed.
We would rather not guarantee your freedom until we know why you are here. You know, as those who killed the witch Kageda, having those, we just want to know why you were here. I promise you,
to have my freedom and safety guaranteed.
I swear to you, on the most precious thing I own, my spleen, that when you answer this question, I will remove your restraints, and we will walk you out of here, and give you food aplenty, to recover.
Are you
I
giving
promise
me
you
a
that.
diplomacy roll here or a deception roll?
I am being 100% honest. This is diplomacy.
Then a diplomacy roll, please.
Is this blind?
Nope.
I'm gonna hero point that because I have an excess.
She looks at you for a long moment, sort of searching your eyes for any sign that you might be trying to deceive her. But eventually just nods to herself a couple times. Kigeda wanted me to... offered me a position in her coven for power, for an opportunity. She offered me an opportunity to meet her mother, but they wanted information. They wanted knowledge on Geb's food supply chains. I was, at the very least, a member of the Export Guild, and she wanted to know which farms grew food to send abroad, which ones grew food for local consumption, who monitored the food production, how distribution worked, general logistical information. She offered me power and a place in her coven for that information, and I agreed. Once I realized what she was planning, I tried to warn someone. You can see where that ended up.
Cut her loose, Philip.
I'll take a dagger and I cut her loose. Immediately. Moment she finishes speaking.
It will noticeably reopen the door.
Is Ghost Philip still out there?
No.
Oh, go look.
I'm gonna go check on Ghost Philip. God damn it! He's still here!
Oh, he's not there for me.
He's only there for Philip.
I'm haunted by ghosts in my past. Me from 3 seconds ago.
No, it's you from all the times you almost died in the Kigeda fight.
Those are all scrawled on me in tattoo form.
Yup.
In my memoirs.
You've got like 4
What I-
additional lines of how you almost died to a hag. How you
I want to
almost got
imagine
cooked.
every time he looks at it and then looks up, he can see each time he almost died, just fucked up, looking back at him.
It's I'll cut her loose, I'll help her to her feet, and I will hand a water skin to her as well.
She
Because
will.
I think we fed her food. I don't know if we fed her water.
Yeah, there were some rations that you gave her, and you gave her a little bit of water to wake her up.
I'll hand her a full water skin.
Okay. She will take it, look at you. Thank you. If you don't mind my asking, was there any specific reason that caused you to attack her? Did you just find her and decide to kill her?
Berline ordained her death. I will step right behind him as he's kneeling.
Okay. It might not be my place to say this, but from what I learned during my time here, Kageda's plot to poison you was just a test of one combination of ingredients, apparently. Kageda's mother is... Their coven is the
Yes.
one truly behind the poison.
Said something about her mother, yes. Did you meet?
I could not understand what you said, I'm sorry.
I was asking if she met her mother.
She promised me to meet her mother. They're a member of her mother's a member of I think the coven is called the Graveclaw. I know she's a powerful hag, but after I got captured, I never got to meet her. She never came here, as far as I'm aware.
Are you familiar with any of the other residents of this building?
Of this building? Well, I know that Kageda was working very closely with a ghoul who was in charge of the mixing and creating of the poisoning formula with the ingredients that they were given. A number of zombies, just general members of Kageda's gang.
Would this ghoul be aware of any of this information that you have disclosed, aside from the obvious
Perhaps.
part he was implicated in?
I don't actually know if he was hired by Kageda upon arriving here, or if he came with her.
Regardless, it's probably not wise to lean on him for information. Unless one of us can contact him.
Out of character, I'm trying to figure out if he ran away because he knows more than he told.
I think there's a decent chance you could make that assumption.
Ran away because, he's just going to go work for mom now. Daughter died, oh well.
Yup. Thanks for the money, idiots.
Got my money, gonna scoot. Okay, I'll have his head.
I've got a bullet with his name on. I've got a bullet.
I'll have his head. He's gonna join Thomas.
Thomas.
Oh no.
Whenever I can summon ghouls, he'll be my ghoul summon.
Thank you for being me. What are your... If you don't mind me asking, what are your names? I'll do my best to put in a good word with the Export Guild for you.
Philip.
Right.
Azrael.
All right. I'll do my best to see that they at least know who you are. That she will sort of like scoot her way past you all and begin slowly making her way towards the entrance, taking gulps out of the water skin and bites out of some of the food as she goes.
Hold up. She moves past us?
If you allow her.
I don't.
I had
You're
another
not
question.
letting her leave?
No.
I had another question for her before she left.
Okay.
Was your only aim here more power from this coven?
That was mine. I mean, how else is a quick supposed to move up in the world here?
Sense motive!
Nope.
You untrusting git.
I don't care. Fuck you.
As far as you can tell, she's been entirely honest so far during this conversation. She doesn't appear to be trying to hide any information from you. She seems tired. She seems like still starved, and just
How do you
lacking a
sense
lot of
motive
energy.
in the system?
Sorry?
How do you sense motive in the system?
Just perception. There is a specific button in your basic action macros, if you wish to, that if you're targeting someone, it will do it against their DC. Or you can just click the button. But sense motive as an action is just a blind perception check against the creature's deception DC. Similar for you, Drag, you can't really find any sort of tell or anything that is belying her trying to hide anything from you. She seems nervous in general, but I mean, she basically admitted to pseudo-aiding Kageda.
This is the point where I'd like to remind you, as I go back to speaking with her, that I have lied to me.
Yep. So if she's trying to lie to you, she would have made a deception check against your perception DC as well. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes.
That's good, that's good. That's exactly what I'm asking for.
Your only aim was power. You weren't looking to further any other specific ambitions of yours, just in general moving up in the world.
Well, that depends. What do you have in mind?
Well, I mean, this coven of hags working on a poisoning plot. That seems like a very... I mean, one could join it for more power, but usually it's something that would attract poisoners and a lot.
Well, I didn't know that they were working on a poison when they offered me. When Kageda came to me, she just wanted information on Geb's food supply chain. And that she offered me power in exchange for that information. It was once she arrived and I actually met her and continued to give that information that I realized what they were actually working on. I have no interest in trying to poison people here. I would eat that food myself.
Of course. Well, you did also mention that you were a member of that guild. Did you have a falling out, or was it just, being imprisoned here?
Well, I'm not sure if they've found out that I've leaked any secrets. If they haven't, then I can go back to work just fine. But if they have, then I'm probably out of a job. At best.
And what would your speciality? I may.
You ever saw
Logistics?
food imports?
I'm was just a low-ranking member of the guild. I had just some base administrative knowledge.
No, not with...
I cannot hear you if you're talking right now.
No, the words escaped me. I was trying to ask her what she was good at, basically.
Right.
But in a more what?
Yeah, logistics effectively is what she's trying to get at.
Yeah, well, I understand that's what her job was in the thing, but you don't just join a hag coven if you're not a
Looking for
hag.
power. Yeah, you need to.
If you don't know how they work.
That's
I don't know.
Who's that stupid though?
You're looking at someone.
Shame.
Stairs and snake.
There are definitely a number of people from what you're aware of who understand hags so little that they might assume that simply joining a coven is what grants them magic. Because that is partially how hags and their magic works, is simply by being in a coven they gain more powerful magic. Some people might not understand the intricacies and might just assume by joining a coven they will gain power.
Ezreal, with a negative into no occultism, you don't just get power by joining a coven.
the bookkeeper who's read on everything you can on all of the books she's ever managed to find.
Right.
Not understanding that people do not understand this.
Not understanding stupidity.
Philip, +3 to intelligence. What? How do you not know how to get up in the world as a quick? Come on.
Shut up.
Get selected by the Bloodlord.
You just work for the Bloodlord. Pour yourself by your own bootstraps.
I was trying to make her useful to me since our previous alchemist ran off, but whatever.
I mean, we
She
could
does
use
not have any
No, I'm down.
skill.
We can use an
I don't.
accountant.
Philip doesn't say that out loud.
The person that was supposed to run our, shady dealings in the back of the bar ran the fuck away. So, figured the
Well-
person that was doing shady dealings in the back of the bar doing the things.
Well, they can do
Right,
shady
right.
number crunching instead of shady potion making.
This is true.
If you're a former member of the
We do need someone to run the organ trade.
How do you feel about a different kind of living? One quick to another. I understand how hard it is to work in Geb.
If I'm being entirely honest, I would rather at the very least see if I still have my job with the Export Guild first. Security and all that.
Of
Well,
course.
of course,
There's something to
but
be said for
And
having job
please,
security.
let
there
us
might
know.
be a discussion to have had if they find out.
Let us know if you need people to vouch that a horrific hag had captured and had been experimenting on you for how long were you gone?
I think
Months?
I'd rather try and keep that information out of public knowledge in the first place.
I'm not trying to suggest that, God forbid, you worked with this hag. I would never accuse you. I am just trying to let you know that we would be willing to corroborate your story of being kidnapped against your will.
Thank you.
And
If I
should
have
you
need
need
of
further
that.
employment?
This is a drag over here trying to get an employee. Philip over here trying to
Yep.
bamboozle government.
Philip over here trying to put her in our good graces so we can get an employee.
Should you find yourself in need of employment, you need only apply at the Crooked Coffin.
She takes a look around at this place.
Under
I
new
don't think
management.
You
I don't
mean
think we're going to
here,
keep
right?
that name.
Yes, under new management.
Right.
Now with 98% less hags.
Where are you getting the? You know what? I don't want to know.
That's
Philip.
really.
I
again,
stare
I
at
think I'm in
Drag.
Drag's position.
I stare at Drag while she says that.
I am not a. Philip, we will have words later.
Philip looks at you and then thinks for a hot second. I think this
What
is
did
the
you say?
sassiest I've been in 22 years. How about that?
You need more coffee.
Zuka
This is
claps you
unlike
on the
you.
shoulder appreciatively.
I pet Zuka.
What did you say, Jericho?
She basically said when she heard 98% less hag, she sort of had the same reaction you did, Drag. Basically, went, you know what? I'm not going to ask about that. I don't need to know.
Like I don't want to know what the last 2% you're
Well,
getting.
there's
is
still a
from.
little bit of her on the floor over there and over there.
We can't look. She got melted. We can't say for certain we got all of her.
I can't get the hag out of the cobblestones, man. It
Hey,
just won't come
this
out.
prisoner was in the coven.
I got a
She's at least 2%
I got
hag.
one of those like
She was
one
not
of
in the
those-
coven yet. She was promised a spot, but was
Oh.
captured and tortured instead.
I got one of
Tragic.
those vacuum like rug doctor. I got one of those rug doctor vacuum cleaners
Okay.
to help get her out of the cobblestones.
That's what the Crooked Coffin's rebranded is. It's the Melted Hag now.
Okay, but actually,
It's actually not a bad name.
It's not a bad name.
That.
I feel like we get pipe bombed by her mom for that name, though. Just out of
I
spite.
feel like we're gonna get pipe bombed by her mom.
Did we get the
regardless
name
of
of
what
her
we
mother?
do.
Does she know Kageda's mom's name?
I was wondering if anyone was going to ask that.
Did we know Kageda's last name?
She does not know her
Smith.
mother's name. She
Kageda?
just knows that her mother is a hag and a member of a coven called the Graveclaw. And
Kageda's
they are the
last
ones
name
behind
is
the
Smith,
poisoning.
by the way.
What?
Kageda's last name is Smith. I'm making that up.
Sure.
She, did dear old mommy marry a certain John Smith?
Yep.
as the Town of Salem music continues to play in the background.
I'll have you know, this music is called The Helpful Hag, thank you very much.
So is this bar. Well, the Melted Hag.
Look, it may be called the Helpful Hag. It's still Town of Salem music.
Take it up with Tabletop RPG Music. They're the ones who made the song.
I don't know, Jericho, if the shoe fits.
So was she actively in charge, or was she just sponsoring Kageda's like things here?
I don't know.
Okay.
From what I understood, this raidage and what Kageda was doing was but one of many experiments on some sort of poisoning formula. Kageda was put in charge of the experiments here in Grey Dirge.
And there are likely to be many more experiments.
What's the name of this coven?
The Grave Claw.
Just gonna go add that to enemies real quick.
Now
We
is
killed
when I
your
reveal
daughter.
Book 2 of the campaign is called Grave Claw. I
That's it.
wonder why.
No adjectives or anything?
Nope.
Honestly, kind of a lame coven. I want at least an adjective.
Hey, come on, why couldn't it be the Graven Claw?
The
Ooh.
gravest of grave claws.
Because they're not fucking weirdos.
They're a coven.
They are explicitly weirdos.
Yeah.
Exactly. I said they're not fucking weirdos.
They're
Well, I
not
mean,
How do they get
fucking.
more of them?
They're not
I don't
fucking
think-
weirdos because they're fucking sterile. We
Alright.
understand.
Yeah.
So, we
Hags
should probably
do
take
not
this
fuck.
to take this information to Berline, and then in 6 months, when she figures out what to do with this information and sends us on the task.
Do we want to take this in? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Do we want to take this information to Berline?
I feel like you get some feelers out before you take this straight to her.
I'm throwing that out there just because we promised.
Also, is this
Berline-
out of character?
Yes,
or
this is out of character.
Okay.
Philip is not saying this out
Because
loud.
Philip could say this in character, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Philip.
I think we could have this discussion in character.
I
Okay.
wouldn't have this discussion in front of her.
No, we can let her leave.
No, I don't
are
think
you
this is
finally letting her
because-
leave?
Yeah, I'll step
I
to the
moved
side.
aside.
I'll
She
step to
will
the side.
leave.
No, finally step to the side.
She will keep in
Um,
mind your offer of employment, and should she need some in the future, she may seek you out.
This is not because of Philip's not gonna have these thoughts. Philip would want to tell Berline. Destiny
yes,
is
no,
sitting here.
teacher's child.
Destiny is sitting here and going, hang on a second. We were hired by Berline to find out who was responsible for the poisoning plot and bring them her head. Bring her their head.
I mean, we solved this poisoning plot. There's just
Yes.
another poisoning plot.
Okay, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
You've basically now got an idea of the people who were actually backing Kageda, which, if I recall correctly, Berline even mentioned during dinner that there was likely someone backing Kageda. It wasn't just her. Is her
I mean, I think I
guess.
had that thought even after we just
Yeah.
killed her. Like, she wasn't doing the shit by herself. This is
Okay.
like she had like 5 henchmen, a hag, and a cook.
To be
There's
fair,
no way she had that much muscle.
She had a lot more, but they died doing like the
Yeah,
attack
there's
on
a-
the farm, the
a lot
attack
of
on the
culprits.
bank.
Did we ever even fight a red cloak the entire time? I think like all died just
Hold
doing
on.
meaningless tasks before we got
The
here.
2 barkeeps.
Oh,
the
you're right.
barkeeps.
The
There you
barkeeps
go.
and the two dudes sitting in the bar, I think, were red cloaks.
You never
didn't have
fought
like
someone
on.
directly wearing a red cloak.
Hmm.
There was the 4 people in the bar, and that was it.
It'd be funny if those were the actual guys. I mean, it would have had to been, right? Those were the actual guys we were tracking that were supposed to go to the bar to celebrate. Because they're the only 4 people left in the organization.
Well, again, the three-fingered hand attacked the bone shards before they attacked the bank, because they got the key to the bank from the bone
Oh,
shards.
okay. We kind of went backwards. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So general timeline for above table purposes. Three-fingered hand comes to Grey Dirge. They attack the bone shards and steal the bank key from them. They attack the bank, get the supplies, cook up some poison, and then attempt to actually go poison old Urgog's farm. That's where it went wrong and you all got called in and then just sort of worked your way backwards.
Actually, I think we do take this to Berline, because we might need her assistance with something. Here's my thought. They knew it was in the bank, which means they had someone who could tell them what was still in the bank.
That's
It's
fair.
there's the fucking mole in the goddamn banking place.
Yeah, in the tax collectors.
We need to figure out whose fucking vault that was and who.
My only objection was, hey, I don't want to go tell Berline that we failed the job right after we got rewarded for finishing.
Oh, okay. Let me phrase that. We passed the job. We just found their employers. We don't tell them their employers are also cooking up separate poisoning plots.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with like,
You
hey, we
leave
found
that
a lead.
part out.
I'm good to go to Philip is down to go to Berlin and go, hey, we found the the supplier, we found the employer.
Because you can like, one would assume, okay, well, that venture failed. I'm gonna try again, and not, this was 1 out of 5 ventures that I had.
Did we ever examine the contents of this room?
No.
I'd like to examine the contents of this room.
We're really bad at this.
There's the small closet room right past the boss fight. I
The
wonder what
guys
could
were on-
be in here.
All on death's door afterwards, and we're more caring about resting up before your meeting.
We
with
were on a
Berline
time limit,
than
too.
treasure.
We then spent 6 months
Yes.
not doing it.
Only to go back in time 6 months.
It's fine. Time machine.
Look, 6 months of downtime's a long time. You can build a time machine in that time.
What would be in room?
Go gadget, Redcon.
That's got to be an episode name at some point. I don't know when or for what.
Mm-hmm.
When we retcon, like,
I think it's
Wait,
this
wait,
one.
6 months worth of downtime.
I think it's this.
No, this isn't
is
enough
good.
retcons. I've
No.
been in far worse retcons.
Yeah. That's
I've-
going in the
I've
book
written-
for later.
That's fair. I've written worse retcons.
I was in a campaign once that changed systems halfway through, and it wasn't just we're just gonna change systems and nothing's gonna happen. No. The we've shifted to change systems, and everything was fucked.
I love that for you.
I really should
don't-
just have like a Word document set up for video title ideas as they come to me.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Heading into this room, Azrael, I love how you didn't even check the door for traps or anything.
I had Zuka check the door for traps with her face.
You had me there.
It's
for a
still your
minute.
health pool. It's still your health pool. She's not a meat shield anymore.
That's very much vibes of the monk in my other Bloodlords campaign, who just athletics checks to force open doors that are unlocked. Doesn't even try them first, just head slams himself into the doors to try and open them constantly. Going to take a look in this room. It's filled with dirt, sticks, dried moss, stones, dying vines kind of hang from pegs set in the stone walls. There is a small wooden box and a burlap sack, seemingly bursting with dead leaves, in the southeastern corner of the room. Detecting magic, you do detect the presence of magic in this room.
I would like to search the sack and the chest for traps.
Okay. The sack... Oh, searching for traps specifically.
Yes.
Give me that perception check.
Okay. Azrael, Zuka.
Taking some time to look around, you don't sense any traps. The sack looks like it's literally just filled with leaves. The chest, you don't see any trip lines or anything like that that could be traps on it.
Okay. What's in the sack?
Rooting around in the sack, believe it or not, there's a shitload of leaves in there. Quite frankly, it almost looks like a pillow. However, rooting around in there for a minute, you do find something hard. Something solid. And pulling it out, lo and behold, a very ornate key carved from granite. An exact match for the bank key you all have.
Fascinating.
Looks like this is where they held onto their bank key.
In Kikeita's pillow.
Yes. Where else would you hide a key?
That's a pretty good spot.
Forget
Does it open
underneath the pillow. The new meta is inside the pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Checking the box. There's a couple things in there. One, there's a key to this gate over here.
God damn it.
There is also a number of gemstones, it looks like. A couple smaller ones, and 2 larger ones as well. Just multiple pieces of onyx that are probably worth a solid chunk of change. And last but not least, certainly, are a couple large, dried and tanned pieces of flesh. You can see a number of arcane formulae inscribed along the skin.
Can I tell what tradition it's written in?
Strangely enough, you're not able to get an exact tradition that these magics would follow.
Maybe just hag magic.
They appear to be rituals.
Oh. That's even more interesting. Are they legible?
You can give me a recall knowledge roll if you would like to try and identify the actual spells that are contained here. You've got no clue.
Okay. Fair enough.
As of right now, some of the formulae definitely seem familiar. You are not terribly familiar with the casting of rituals in the first place, though, so you're not exactly sure how to decipher it at this moment in time. Not to say you can't figure it out. I'll give it to you guys over the 6 months of time pretty easily. It contains the rituals for create undead zombies and crawling hands specifically.
Ooh.
So any of you guys could spend a brief period of time during the downtime and add those 2 to your ritual list if you wished.
I would love to learn zombies.
Do you want to learn just zombies or do you want to learn both?
I'll learn just zombies.
Just zombies, okay. Drag?
Crawling hands is really specific.
Drag, are you with us? We lost Drag and Philip. It is just you and me, Asriel.
Alright. There's actually... Wait, is there a family of this, or is it just the one, like, -1 creature? There's the giant at level 5. Excellent.
For
We
what?
might... The crawling hand family of
Oh.
creatures. There's the whole tube.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a regular crawling hand, and there's a big crawling hand.
The zombie
Which would
has
you
like
prefer?
dozens.
Well, yeah, because zombies are a lot more versatile than just a fucking hand.
Sure is. Alright.
If Drag and Philip have both stepped away, then I'm gonna step away real quick to refill my water. Also, we'll take another pseudo break. Hot dog! And then when we come back, we'll untime skip back to the present.
When the wand of
back.
harm was in here. Excellent.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
We
under
are
the activations tab. That is
we
where
are so
wands and
back.
spell and staffs go.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's new.
Relatively. It's a month or 2 old at this point. Helps with parsing positioning so you don't just have a bunch of spell lists all on one page.
Oh yeah. So we take this information to Berline that Keikeda's mom was behind the plot.
Yeah.
That was the sponsor.
She won't have any real additional information at the moment, but she will definitely nod and
You
oh, yes.
wanted to try and use her possible connections to try and figure out who owned that room or wherever the section of the bank that came from. Because they had intel that it was there. They knew it was there. They didn't just go looking and
They
get.
could have just stolen like a records book.
I think the bank keeps records on fucking highly
Give me
poisonous.
a recall knowledge roll. Anyone who wishes to hear.
Is this still before the 6 months have passed?
This is before the 6 months have passed. Yeah, this is as
Damn.
you guys are heading to take things to Berline. Thinking about it, Dreig and Azriel, most of the things kept in the bank were actually in the vaults. The three-fingered hand were there for crates and chests that were sitting on the ground. In all likelihood, what they were here for might not have been things that were left when the bank was shut down, but were placed here afterwards. They
Just
look like shipping
storage.
containers almost. So they may have been shipped here.
The bank's defenses were still online.
Which is fair.
I mean, yeah, you want to guard the thing you just left there, but they also lost men getting it.
Right. But aside from the summoning rune, if you can get past the Bodak, who theoretically, remember back then, didn't have either of his eyes, and therefore would have been much less of a threat, it definitely would have been possible to get a shipment into the bank at some point.
Are you implying that they use the bank as like a
stash? That's
Drop
what he's
point,
saying.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
It's an idea. I think you would be relatively certain it is not likely that those were here ever since the bank shut down. Because also, alchemical ingredients do have expiration dates. So
what are you talking about?
Something lasting 2 years like that, it's possible, but considering there was like the stuff spread on the bottom of the crate, it looked like something had burst. It probably would not have lasted a full 2 years without any adverse effects.
My mandrake root is going to be fine whether I consume it within 2 months of harvesting or 2 decades.
Well, it depends on what the ingredients are, but yeah.
Yeah, you'll become an
ingredients of my
undead either way,
mandrake root?
Philip.
Is mandrake poisonous?
Try it and find out.
No.
Anyway. Okay, never mind. That was the only reason I wanted to talk to her. She might know where it came from.
You can still definitely ask her to look into it if you want. I'm just letting you know you'd probably have an idea that that avenue has a lower chance of success, most likely. So, in general, though, bringing that information to her would definitely earn her appreciation. Thank you for bringing this information to me. Well, we thought there would be people behind this, and to know that it's Kageda's mother definitely helps out. I'll be doing some digging into this Graveclaw, and I fully expect you all to do the same once you've gotten sufficient rest.
Why, yes, of course.
Proceeds to go earn money for 6 months.
Proceeds to go work for Berline for 6 months.
Yup.
By the way, my lady, are there any construction projects you need help with?
You know, now that you're mentioning it,
This
I
is
have
one
been
building.
looking to expand.
Shocker!
This is one group of adept engineers that could use some help.
You're not gonna knock over any buildings while you're.
Don't worry.
Don't
I
fuck it
promise.
up.
I promise none of the buildings will have issues with the foundation.
Really? What are
Or
you
you
promising with that?
Or you can kill the foreman.
Well, he's not the foreman.
I'm not the foreman.
I'll make you the foreman if you'd like.
No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yes, very sure.
Calvex told me you're wonderful with responsibility.
God.
Do you know how Calvax treated me?
Yes.
He really
Okay.
said that?
No.
Yes, Philip really said
Not
this.
at all.
No, Calvex really said that.
No, not at all. I encourage him to be hard on his employees. That they
This
perform better.
It's the moment when Philip realized all of his suffering was Berline's fault. Now he's got
Poured
a
rent for a good, 6 months.
now he's got a bloodlord on his hit list instead of his fucking boss.
Oh, no. He's still on my fucking hit list.
If you really want to try putting a Bloodlord on your hit list at this point, be my guest.
I mean,
No.
look, they can be on his hit list. He's just never going to kill them.
We'll go ahead and pop everyone back to the Great Urge map at this point. Now we fast forward. Record scratch, 6 months into the future.
That poor foreman. I should not have promised his life.
Oh, the foreman was not killed.
Thank fuck.
But he may have sabotaged your last month of work after Berline let him know that you put him up for execution if you failed.
I don't blame him.
So
I don't blame
you have now made another enemy.
Oh, fuck. It was
That's
a
You went on the
joke.
hit list instead.
Mr.
Random
Jericho,
foreman.
it was a joke.
His name is Gregory the 18th.
Not King Henry VIII.
Proud lineage of Mormons.
What?
He will be after your life.
Not King Henry VIII. Please.
No, it's
Oh.
Gregory the 18th.
I'm calling him King Henry.
Proud
We get
son
attacked-
of Henry the Sixth.
When we get attacked by a random Hell Knight quick later, you know who it is.
About 6 months later. During this time, you all have regular dinner with Berline. And less so that, you go visit her place to have food, and more so she just kind of invites herself over and shows up at your house randomly and has dinner with you. Sometimes
just
she brings
have a-
side dishes, sometimes she just cooks there.
Just have a squatter.
Pretty much, yeah. She just shows up randomly, because what are you going to do about it? Are you going to tell her no?
Oh,
No.
Exactly. Welcome to having power.
this is why we hide the crimes at an off-site location.
Philip, after the first 2 visits, Philip quickly invests in nice dishware.
Especially after she mocks you for the bad dishware the first 2 times.
My word, Philip, paper plates.
Man, you think we
At
think we
least
had the money
invest
for
in
paper?
bone.
Of course, my lady.
It's more sustainable. Easily accessible, too. Almost as cheap.
I buy bone plates.
It's a real thing to think about when bone might be more affordable than paper here in Gab.
No, it truly is. I guess I would have actually.
That's just
like,
Paper
wild.
plates is a joke.
You want
you
some
look at
nice bowls? Just go back to the bar.
Exactly.
Saw the heads off of the
Yeah.
corpses in there.
Our northern side of town, outside of town, is called the Gray Wasteland. I don't think they're growing many trees over there.
Skull tankards? Super common.
Hell yeah.
It's all in how you decorate them. That's where the
You
real
got,
pizzazz is.
you got skull tankards, you got skull cap bowls.
My Philip's cereal bowl is just a skull, and I've plugged up the eyes with fake gems.
All dishware is just a different shaved off part of a skull.
Honestly, I fuck with that.
That's the poor man's
Forks are just
eating
tiny
utensils.
things.
I am gothic enough in real life that I highly fuck with that.
It's just a bunch of canines on a tibia, and that's your serving fork.
If my bone horn wasn't such a pain in the ass to wash, I would probably drink out of it every day.
I mean, bone is just such a good material to work with.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking here. I'm being completely 100% serious. Bone is a fantastic material to work with.
Really is.
Just acquire all your household utensils and dishware from the Ren Fair.
Yeah. Don't disparage the Renfest. Love
I'm
that.
not. We have the best one. It's great.
Oh, you have the best one?
I haven't
Yeah.
been to the Texas one, but I might disagree just on principle. The Maryland Renfest fucking slaps.
Well, I out of just sheer Texasness of it, it is the largest Ren Fair. So
That's fair.
Because it's Texas.
exactly, the sheer
It has nothing to do with
Texas
the
of
quality.
it.
Philip, are you thinking of the Maryland Renfest for best one?
I didn't actually go to the Maryland Renfest last season. I went to only the Philadelphia one.
I didn't realize
Texas
Philadelphia did
Renfest.
a Renfest.
Not Philly, Pennsylvania.
Ah, that makes more sense. I never went to that one. Maryland was one I always went to.
We do have to drag you out here for this though at some point, Jericho.
I meant to get up there last year. The timing just didn't quite work for me.
You should come this year. We have a friend coming and
The
everything.
zoo happened. That's a way of putting it.
I mean, if you end up at the Maryland Ren Fair, let me know. I will
Oh.
drive down for it.
I'll either head that way this year if I can for the Maryland Renfest or PAX Unplugged. One of the two I'd like to get out there for this year.
Let me know which one you make it to,
I will
and I will
see
join
if
you at it.
budgeting allows for it. We got so many books coming out soon that I need to get.
Anyway, let's leave this for after.
Anyways,
Real life schmeal life.
back to the game.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
After
Just
about
all of us
6
plugging our
months-
favorite Ren Fairs.
Yeah. After about 6 months of time of generally working, earning, crafting some items to make yourselves stronger, purchasing items to improve yourselves, you find Berline back at your place for dinner once more. And you've definitely gotten better at cooking, Philip, especially with the new tools you've picked up over the last few times. And realistically, whenever Berline comes over, it's not just a meal. It's like 2+ hours of just gossip about Greydirge. Who's marrying who has the best recipe for pig's head pie, qualities of, your guys' landscaping and how that's been going, which she always gives you a compliment, even though you probably haven't done anything with it in the last 6 months.
It's looking
all been-
especially overgrown. I know it's what we were going for.
Yep.
Very gothic, very unkept.
Yep.
It's the fashion these days, Berline.
Yeah. You might.
She commented on the
consider-
random poet in the house.
She's had a conversation or two with him.
Which one of our house guests is her favorite? Because we have
That's a
Smoke the dog,
great question.
we have the fucking hand,
Wait,
and we
no,
have the
better-
puppet.
there's more because there's the 2 bird statues.
There's
Oh
two
my
bird
god,
statues.
yes!
Her favorite is definitely Waldorf. You should definitely consider, if you're going for that overgrown look, put up a few cenotaphs here and there. Definitely at least break up the green.
I was thinking an overgrown graveyard out back.
Philip, dear, do you know what a
real-
cenotaph is?
No, not in the slightest.
Okay, wonderful. Drag
Did we just say
Azrael,
this-
it's up to you to teach him. You do know, Philip, you have a graveyard out there already.
Because he almost died.
Mistress Berline, I've not been outside in many months. The foreman of the project.
The one you buggered?
Yes, the one I buggered.
Okay. Just checking.
Has not been kind to me.
I wonder why.
Because you told him.
You're right. I did.
It could have
She
just stayed
sounded
between
so
us.
fucking happy with herself.
She sounds so happy.
Philip, it could have stayed between us. Why should it, though? Like I thought. Anyway, let's have this meal underway. She, of course, brought Glorinsa and Reacher with her to help out with the food. Reacher just kind of stays on guard out in the hallway. She detects the meal for poison every time, even though she doesn't expect you to poison her. But as the meal progresses, and the dishes are sort of swept away as it comes to an end, speaking of poison, based off of the information you brought to me so long ago, I've done some discreet nosing around concerning that. What was her name? I don't remember, nor do I particularly care. The one you faced down the other day, though. Naughty young woman, no mistake.
The tavern wench.
Yes, that one.
Kageda.
Oh, was that her name?
Yes.
Pity. Oh well.
Dreadfully droll.
Not a very good name when we think about it. But that Graveclaw her mother is a part of, quite a reputation behind them, quite. They, sure enough, are the one behind that toxin you discovered. They are... Well, how familiar are you all with hag covens? Indulge me a little bit.
Recall knowledge.
Go for it.
I'll rub my tattoo real quick and take a +2.
Sure.
No, that works. Okay. I didn't think you'd let me do that.
None of you are terribly familiar with them. Azrael, you would be the most familiar with how a coven works.
That's
Typically, 3 hags make up a coven. And being in a coven, they share their magical power with one another, and in turn, it strengthens them. Well, this Graveclaw has been known to do a number of odd jobs for people in power who are able to hire them, and it seems like this poisoning plot might be one of them. But what I have learned is the identity of Kageda's mother, as she called it, an Anis hag named Iron Tavaya, lives out in the Axan Wood. Apparently she fled there after some Magambia representatives drove her out of the Expanse a few decades past. More interestingly like that, though, the rest of the coven, they're all scattered. Frankly, from what I've been able to find, no one else knows where they are.
They're organized enough to use the bank as a drop point.
It would certainly be possible.
Seems they might not be as scattered as we believe. If a group truly scattered like that
Well, I
would
mean,
have to have some way of communicating.
more physically scattered. Philip, dear.
Um,
Covens of hags need to operate in close proximity to one another in order to make use of their powers. That is what common understanding would dictate to us. So seeing an official coven scattered who knows where across the lands is very, very uncommon.
I see. My apologies.
It most definitely is your apology. Now, here's the thing. I'm quite curious about this coven. Making an theoretically undetectable poison, testing it on so innocent farmers. Whatever for. And quite frankly, who would even dare such attempt a thing in Geb? Punishment is, well, let's be honest, severe for such a transgression. But, let's see. You all have had an adequate rest, I think. You all look comfortable as ticks in a bottle of blood, I'd wager, at your new home. Would you mind terribly visiting that Iron Tavaya in the wood for me? I don't think she'd be very happy to see you, since you offed her daughter like that, but I think we really ought to figure out what this business about poisoning is, no?
Agreed. It's awfully rude of them to take advantage of your kindness to these quick here.
Of course, that's how I see it.
Philip says nothing.
Well, I would go take care of her myself, but I'm so awfully busy these days, and I do have some out-of-town business coming up that I need to attend to. That should take me some great amount of time. But, I figure I can leave this to you. And of course, well, figuring out the poison and the reason behind it is of course important, but someone needs to clean it all up as well after the fact.
Of course.
And let's not be too stingy. Murder, I think. Best fate for everyone involved.
You want her skull back as well?
Well, I can't say I wouldn't enjoy adding it to my collection, but I'll leave it up to your discretion this time.
Not a
After all,
priority, but a nice bonus.
I wouldn't ask you to lug around a skull for as long as it will take for me to return from my work.
What's one more?
What's one more? Knowing
Has
she's
she
dead
seen the
is-
basement?
I mean, considering 98% of construction in Grey Dirge is just bone, typically. Bone and stone makes up the vast majority of every building here. Skulls really are not uncommon.
No, but there's still a fucking lot of them.
It is a lot. Well, I think that leaving you all full grounds to enact this business however you wish should be interesting enough.
Sorry, repeat that one more time. I spaced for a second.
Basically, she just said, she's giving you full discretion to deal with this Iron Tavaya and the Graveclaw however you would like.
Okay.
She does not care so long as they die and you learn what the purpose of the poisoning plot is and what's going on with it.
Well, do we need to do any preparing, or is it killing time?
I leave that up to you. Philip, though, dear, you are still looking alive and pale as ever. Tell me, how is the frailties of the flesh holding up on you these days?
Real quick, where was the location that we're being sent?
If you ask them, the Axan Wood, specifically, is the location. Which, if we pop on over to the Geb map,
Not the Geb map.
is this big fuck-off forest in the
Lovely.
middle of the nation.
Okay, well, that's not hard to fucking search or anything. The frailties of the flesh. Yes.
Not hard to search.
That's a big wood.
That is a big
I
one.
literally just said it's not hard to search or anything, very
Yeah.
sarcastically.
Aha, I see. That was sarcasm.
Jericho,
And you can see how
it's
long
225 miles long.
Yeah. Look,
Of course, it's hard to search.
Philip's intelligence is something to be underestimated.
Plus
Okay?
3.
What were
We
you
should
saying
buy
about
some
your
horses.
frailties of the flesh, Philip?
The frailties of the flesh are a part of life, and I am happy to enjoy them.
A part of life, he says. You, quite frankly, Philip, are absolutely adorable to me. Have I told you that before?
Yes, several times.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, the good news is your flesh can't get much paler than it is, so you won't look that different. But should you like, I have a special ritual passed down to me that will allow you to overcome those frailties, put you on better footing with our undead compatriots. After all, we can't really have my agents running around with healing wands and potions just bursting with vitality energy, now can we? It doesn't make me look good.
It's not that's highly illegal.
Philip,
Exactly.
have you ever been told that what people don't know about won't hurt them?
We've been trying to get this lesson through to him.
It
It's
is
not. It's not.
only
It's the
illegal if
Bloodlord
you
encouraging
get
us.
caught. Just don't get caught.
You're welcome to search my workshop. I have
Oh,
nothing of the Vitalitas sort.
direction directly from the Bloodlord that's like here to break the law.
Philip does not understand what she is saying.
Drag is just
Philip, just
tapping her head into her hand.
Azrael, Drag, make sure Philip makes his way over to my mansion before dawn tomorrow. I will save the two of you a headache for the foreseeable future, at least.
Yes, ma'am.
I want
I
to
look very
spleen.
confused at the two of them.
I'm saying this out loud to Berline. I want his spleen.
You
We're
cannot
not
have
going to
my
be killing
spleen,
him.
Drag.
Simply toughening his flesh up.
Even
I
the
don't know.
Bloodlord's on my side for that, Drag.
Listen, you can't. We'll talk about this later, Philip. I'll
Philip,
get
should
that.
you die, I'm more than comfortable with them taking your spleen. You will not need it when I return you to life. Or
As
unlife,
am
actually.
I! As am I! If I happen to die from the circumstance at which we find ourselves, they are welcome to my spleen and the
Philip,
5 gold.
you've tried to die several times already. How's that going for you?
I've not tried to do shit!
I stare heavily at the thing on his body that has all of the times he has almost died.
I pop my shirt so the collar is covering my neck where it says tripped on a fork.
I was going to say, I really like to imagine at some point your temporal cenotaph just has become a dotted line encircling your spleen. With each dot like a very compressed description of how you potentially died.
I like to imagine. I like to imagine that they like move around my body.
Just a
Um,
note in the middle. It doesn't say like a date of this particular time. It just says cut here.
Yup.
there is just a there is a mark right next to my spleen. It just says in size here. This is where the incision will go.
Do you guys
It's
have
the best part.
anything else you'd like to talk with or ask Berline about tonight?
Oh,
Where would she recommend getting traveling accommodations?
Are you talking about creatures to carry you or places to sleep in the forest?
The former.
If you can get horses to listen to you while riding through the forest and be my guest, you should find a number of stable owners around town.
oh my God! What say you? You want to go kill a hag?
Why did you ask that?
Argon the Annihilator.
Oh.
But-
Oh, what'd you say we're going to kill a hag? Let's do this. I'd be rubbing my hands together if I had another one, let's be clear.
If we got you another hand, could you animate it to move in tandem with yourself?
I've got no fucking clue.
I look at Berline.
Philip, this is.
Give me 15 gold and we can find out.
What are you trying?
Drag, where'd that scroll go?
Oh, the ritual.
Give me the fucking scroll, Drag.
Philip, I'm going to eat your hand.
It's not even scroll, it's just pieces of dried and tanned flesh.
Give me the hag flesh. Reading the book.
Alright.
Azrael, go get the hand from the basement.
You guys really
Hold
want
it,
to
you go see
animate
my
another
dog keep
hand?
went on. Absolutely.
There's enough bodies down there. I'm sure there's a hand somewhere.
Oh, you guys could easily source a hand to try and animate. It is going
Is
to
it-
take an entire day to cast the spell.
Is it
That's
organic
perfectly
and
fine.
non-GMO?
I have nothing better to do for a day.
Oh. Are you guys comfortable with Philip going to participate in whatever Berline's ritual is while Drag and Asriel attempt to animate another hand for Argon?
That sounds
Of
perfect.
course.
I love it here.
What a good use of our time.
What a great use of our time. Okay.
The best use of our time.
I would expect nothing less.
What was the remaining gold on the bar, by the way? I was trying to note things down.
On what the bar needs, I'll go ahead and put it in chat for you guys. The Foundry chat, not Discord. Currently,
Making player notes.
with my super fucked notes, currently you have completed 46 gold and 8 silver out of the 299 needed.
So
Also, for those of you who had stepped away when loot was being found, on top of the flesh with rituals, you did find about 200 gold worth of additional onyx gemstones that Kageda had.
We have sold those during our selling fest.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't remember how to do this. Do math. I do math.
You need 252.2.
I make Foundry do math, and they could not figure out how to do it.
We have that much in there.
You need You could directly just pay off what the Crooked Coffin owes to get running, if you
We
wanted.
could also buy 2 striking runes.
You could do that
I
as
mean-
well.
That only costs 30 at this point. I learned the thing.
Oh, did you spend the 5 gold for that recipe?
Thought we were going to. We kind of got sidetracked.
I think we put it off until after you guys met with Berline to decide on how.
You gave me hand wraps, and I that's the last thing I knew.
Yeah.
We were gonna see if we had a
Well-
time crunch to do her next task.
We don't really have a
I
time.
think we could spend a
We have a slight time crunch, but not a super one.
It's like a
There's no time crunch.
don't waste a bunch of time, but
Yeah.
like
She's
I
going
felt like-
traveling for an indeterminate amount of time, and she wants the Graveclaw dead and gone by the time she gets back.
I think spending a few days to get some striking runes is not horrid.
I
Okay.
agree.
I'll go ahead and drop 5 gold then to give you the formula. Drive.
The Krabby Patty secret formula.
Yes. Believe it or not, it's undead flesh.
Holy shit!
Whoever would have guessed.
How does Mr. Krabs get that?
Don't question it. You don't want to know.
I'm
Okay,
questioning.
Drag. How's your religion skill?
Could be better.
Don't fuck me.
Is anyone expert in Arcana, Occultism, or Religion?
Or does it require expert?
That is the primary
Sorry.
check for Create Undead, is someone who is expert in one of those skills.
No.
It'd be really funny if I said yes.
Say Arcana, Occult, or Religion?
You must be expert
I
in one
have-
of those.
None of those.
Pity.
Trained in religion, but not expert.
At the very least, moving on to the next morning. Philip,
My name.
you go to Berline's and get shocked to death, effectively.
Oh.
The ritual.
Glad I made a backup character.
The ritual she performs on you gives you void healing
Okay.
for a period of 1 year. If
Okay.
you need it for longer, she can cast it on you again, assuming she's around.
Once you know, as soon as you get back to the house, you're getting cast harm immediately as soon as you walk through the door.
But
We're
from-
just gonna check your face.
Did she tell you what she was doing?
No, but I have a
Yes.
guess, and you're either gonna heal or you're gonna die.
It's a fucked up way to test it.
From this point forward, Philip, you will no longer regain hit points from Vitality Magic. but
Okay.
will instead regain hit points from void magic, and vitality magic will harm you instead.
Well, it's illegal, so
Hold
no
on.
one should be casting
Everything
vitality
everything in this house has void healing, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Now
We'll
it
just get a
does.
level 3 one as soon as he walks through the door. Might as well kill the rats in the walls, you know?
True, actually.
Just nuke the house.
Fair enough.
Who needs an exterminator when you have a skeleton man?
Just a bomb
Sorry,
of
skeleton
pulsing
woman.
void energy starts to fill the space as soon as you walk through the door, Philip. And you feel no different. If anything, you feel energized.
I look at Drag.
What? I had to check.
Drag.
I had to check.
Didn't know what she was gonna do.
I had a good guess. Oh, come on, you're fine. Here, I'll make you some striking.
If you want to go ahead and craft...
Can I give the aid action on that?
If you wanted to aid in the crafting process, I'd allow it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Aid. Choose the bonus from aid. Oh.
So you just, for now, Philip, all you do is roll the skill.
When it says cost in the formula tab, that's the full cost, right? Not
Yes,
the
that
half
is what
cost
the item costs. Yeah.
Okay.
Philip, that fails by 1.
Yeah, I
Fucking
figured.
donkey.
No, wait, hold up. I have
That's
80 million hero points.
This is a downtime activity, you goofball.
He also don't you have the +2 thing? The lilac.
Wait, aiding? I can't hero point on an aid?
I'm going to say no in this circumstance because we're doing a downtime activity.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, it's a failure.
Don't you have that like once a day, a lilac +2 thing, whatever?
That's to recall knowledge rolls.
It's recall knowledge.
Oh, I thought it was just checks.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I would have used it if it was once a day on anything.
So, Drag, in your basic
separate
action
craft, or-
macros, you should have a button for craft.
There's a craft button next to the item. I was just
Oh,
click
you
that.
can do that as well. That works.
Do I set the quantity to 2?
Yeah, you can set the quantity to 2.
Circumstance. That is no.
Yeah. So the reason you want to use the macro and the basic action macros instead of this is because it will actually give cost and tell you how many days are left to finish it.
I see.
So failure, you waste the full day, but you can salvage the raw materials that half cost you spent. You can get that all back to try again. So you don't lose any money here. But it does waste a day.
That's fine. I will do the.
Yeah.
Bro.
Basic action macros, craft, and then you just drag that formula into drag item here.
The formula?
The formula? Yes.
And
And then you hit craft.
That's worse.
Another day failed. These runes do not want to get crafted by you.
Since it's another day, can I aid on this day as well? Or are we just letting that one roll be the only one I get?
We're gonna let that one roll be for each item's craft. So once he finishes the first rune, when he goes to another rune, we'll let you try again.
Aid.
Day number 3, much better here. So,
oh my god, 41 days?
Yeah, you immediately would spend those 32 gold, 5 silver. And then every additional day you work would reduce it by another 8 silver.
I'll knock
remaining 32
the 5 silver out of my coffers, but the party gold has the actual gold.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice 32 gold from the party stash. So the question is, how many days would you want to spend? Knowing that each day you spend reduces the remaining 32.5 by 0.8.
And they would take, what, 40 days to finish?
If you wanted to finish one of them at no additional cost.
Jesus Christ. The whole month.
There's no time limit, and there's no time limit.
No time limit, and there's staring at you. Well, this is
There's
up to you
if
two.
mom comes back and you haven't done your chores yet, you're gonna get in trouble.
This is up to you two, because if the bar is operational while we're gone, it can make money. And I don't know how much we have left.
I think 42 days is way too long.
42 days is way too long.
I mean, that's 42 days for one.
Yeah, not even including the other.
What's the party gold look like now?
1203.
We can spend 20 days on it.
Oh, you missed that crit by fucking 1 too.
Oh, damn.
20 days would reduce it down to only needing to spend 16.5 gold to finish the striking rune.
I have an additional 36. I have an additional 48 gold. So
You want to just tank one of them, Philip?
I will if I can get a little bit more money, I'm happy to just tank one of them and go
Like
after
from the party
store.
fund for it.
Yeah. Let me go raid the party fund real quick.
Well, didn't he already take 32 out?
He
I
took
took
32
the
out
first
for
half
this
out.
one.
Yes, that 32.5 has been taken
And
out of
then
party
let's
stash.
we can
Yeah.
finish out this one.
Yeah,
Yes,
so you're
but
crafting yours, Dragon. Philip's gonna go buy his with money.
Yeah. It's 65 per
65
striking
for a
rune?
striking rune.
65 for full, but we haven't rolled for that one yet. I'm saying, do we want to just take the 32 out of this one? You can have this.
32 and a half. Yeah, I'll
Because
sub
we've already
32 and
taken
a half.
32 out of the party fund.
Yeah. Let
It's
me take
230
away
remaining.
32 and a half. From my personal funds.
Okay.
Shout out Azriel.
We're finishing this craft right now. You're just paying the remaining in full, Philip. Am I understanding that correct?
Yes.
No additional days spent?
Yes.
No. Okay.
And then we'll, depending on what is rolled next time.
How much more money do we have remaining?
You have 197 gold, or 203 gold in the party stash right now.
I've got an additional 15 gold, 5 silver.
I've got 30.
Okay, because it's 252 for the bar to be online. They can make money while we're gone. Also, we need to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, how many days have you just been crafting that?
So far,
2.
3 days have been spent.
I'm gonna spend 3 days earning income.
Fair.
Good bet.
He wasn't helping.
Yeah,
fair.
I was helping, so I couldn't earn income.
Honestly, at this point, Philip, don't make money.
Oh.
Is that a
I
crit?
mean, you make 9 silver. That's
I made 9 silver.
it's not great, but it's not nothing.
Oh well. It was 3 days.
Do we want to start the second one?
Yeah, start the second one. If you roll better,
Okay.
If we get a crit, I mean, it's still going to be like 30 days or something.
Philip, do you want to go work potentially while I work on this one?
Yeah, I'll go earn income while you work on this one.
Okay. Same for Azriel.
Because we can just feed that gold we earn into the craft finish time.
Yeah.
Or the bar, which is what I was thinking.
Yeah, or the bar.
I would vote we feed it into the bar.
The bar is what I want to get online.
Because then we have passive income.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
No.
Earn a day.
Alright, one
Right.
day.
Up. Full apparently. 5 morning.
Oh my god.
Nice!
Oh, you don't
Fail.
crit on a 19?
You needed a 10 to succeed.
No. You got a 19 twice? That's tragic.
That's so cringe.
So another 32 gold, 5 silver. I'm taking out of the party stash.
Yeah, take
And that
another.
is 2 days done. Now you are at the point where you have to determine how many days you would like to spend reducing the cost, or if you just want to pay that remaining 32.5 gold flat.
How many days? How much gold is left until the bar is fully functional?
253.
252.
250.
3. Wait.
It's 252 point
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
Can we just dump all the gold in the
Oh,
party
hold on.
stash in the bar?
What's point 4?
Silver.
4 silver.
Okay, hold on. 254.
252.4. Sorry, 252.2.
That's 2 silver, right?
Yes.
Fuck the
Yeah.
point 2. It's 252.
Yeah,
I got irritated. Have 2 silver. Fuck.
252.
Fraction decimal bullshit.
I can work. Okay, let's work for 2 weeks.
Days.
Me and Azrael work for 2
Okay.
weeks.
It'll be 15 days because the day I burned already.
Yeah. 15 days. We work for a total of 15 days. You get that craft down by an additional 13. You take out you get that craft down by an additional 13 days.
Yep.
And then let's see how much money we have and see how much, if we have enough to complete the bar and
Okay.
and finish this out.
Is that acceptable? Here we go.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
finding bargains.
Both of you, 15 days of income. Go.
Yeah. I'm gonna
15
do
days
level
of income.
4.
And that would reduce what you owe now to finish the striking rune drag to 22 gold, 1 silver.
Let's go, Philip.
And they both succeeded. And
Why
dear
is
God,
yours
Philip
measured in silver?
I did level 4 income.
Because his salary per day is in silver instead of in
Yeah.
gold.
Damn, Jacob got the best salary out of all of us so far. 2 gold a
I'm
day.
running at level
That's
6.
insane. That's so much money. Holy shit.
I'm finding bargains.
There is a reason Pathfinder is not really balanced around giving unlimited time to earn income.
Yeah.
Yet I
Yeah.
give 0 shits.
Hell yeah.
We're in the
World
one
is a
campaign
world
where
that is stagnant.
Probably
my
a good thing
God,
that
hold on 1 second.
Rain isn't here. She would have turned this into an economy simulator.
it's
There
the
will be
world's dancing in the
there will
background.
be a certain point, I'm letting you know now, where I'm going to cut you guys off on things
Mm-hmm.
for the purposes of moving the story forward.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. We're gonna head out soon, I think. Anyway,
They give
So-
us
still
one page
limited
of
by
downtime
level 4.
already. The
I gotta go
downtime
kill
simulator.
things to level up.
Azrael, you gain 30 gold. Philip, you gain 12. At this point in time, if you wish to finish that striking rune, you need to spend 22 gold, 1 silver.
And how much is that's left over in party funds?
There is 171 in the party fund right now.
The party fund is short by fucking 80 gold.
Okay, let's work again for another 15 days.
I feel like we could do
Wanna just-
7.
You want to
No,
just
because we
run-
want to get. We can settle it, but we also want to get the bar up and running.
Okay.
You want to just run it, just pull out, just do the whole thing for free.
I
Just
don't
dump all
want
money
I don't want
bar.
to spend the whole month that we originally said we didn't want to spend. It's already been like 2 weeks.
You're already over a half a month past Berline gave you the job.
Yeah.
Are we?
Yes.
we were only like
You
We
were
can
given
just-
the job
yeah.
on the 16th. It's now the 2nd of the following month.
All right, finish it out. If we leave the bar as it is, will it slowly earn up the remaining balance, or do we have to be the ones to invest into it?
You have to be the ones to invest into it.
Fuck.
Okay. I'm gonna put 60 gold on the party fund.
okay.
I'll dump my full 27 gold. I have 27
Okay.
gold total.
What is the party fund at?
Philip, are you putting it in manually, or do you want me to put the 27 gold in?
I'm putting it in myself.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna convert our silver to gold
So you don't know how to
when,
access
after Philip's done.
something.
Whenever I see it update. There it goes. So
Party-
add 6
party
gold,
stash.
subtract 60 silver.
You need 276 gold right now, and 1 silver, to finish the rune and get the bar up and running.
And 1 silver? I'll
And
give you the
There's
fucking
4
silver.
silver in the party stash, you're fine.
Where is the
There's the
party stash?
1 silver.
Okay. If you hit P on your keyboard, it opens up the party character sheet.
It does what? Oh, that's so nice.
Like, I didn't even know
He
where to
does
find
that?
it in the menu.
Oh my god.
Do we have anything
Alright.
we have this full plate we could sell for 15 gold right now.
We have, what, 20 gold we need to make?
You need 276.
Yeah, 20 gold we need to make.
274, sorry.
Okay. This Morning Star.
Yeah.
Let's just sell it.
And
Sell
full
the
plate.
Cold Iron Morningstar.
Yeah, let's just sell the Cold Iron Morning Star and be done with this.
Where did we get full plate from? Fuck.
You picked it up.
Sell the fucking full plate. It's 30 gold.
Oh, wait, yeah, let's sell the full
Yeah.
plate.
That'll give us 15 back.
You get half value on selling equipment.
I'll delete it and add the gold.
Okay.
That's 15. That's 273.
You
We
need
need 276.
You need 274.1. You are 6 silver off, effectively.
Six silver.
I
off.
have 6 silver.
I also have 10 silver.
I have
I'll
4
just-
silver. Alright,
I'll just pay the 6.
okay,
Okay.
so we have enough.
You spend your 6 silver, Asriel. I will dump out the gold and silver that is in the party stash. Leaving you guys with 7 copper coins there. The bar is up and running. And Drag, you get a striking rune on your hand wraps as well.
Nice.
And
Did you add the
that-
striking? Did you add the striking room to my
I did.
gun? Thank you.
I'm gonna put my last copper piece also into the party stash just because it's funny.
I also did that.
I'm gonna put my 4 silver in there.
Okay. And now I'm going to do something funny, and I'm going to distribute it all to all of you.
No,
God.
you motherfucker!
Fucker.
Now you all have 1 silver, 7 copper, and there's 2 copper
And there's
remaining in
2
the stash.
copper in the thing!
How
Ah,
could you
whatever,
do
who
this?
cares?
And
Who
that
cares?
is where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Woo, the downtime session.
As I am assuming next session will be when you all head out into the woods in search of Iron Tavaya and the Grave Claw Coven.
We definitely did not save any money to buy transport.
No, we're broke as shit.
Guess who's walking? To be fair, horses wouldn't be super great in the wood anyways.
Do you know what is gonna be super great in the wood? Gun.
Nimblehoof.
Hey, that just means in the future, once you guys are done there, and if you have to head anywhere else in the nation, you can hire the Talking Flesh Bridges of Geb to transport you around.
That sounds amazing.
They are amazing. Both transport and tour service. So, thank you all so much for showing up tonight. I do hope you enjoyed the math session effectively. And I will see you all next week when we get back to the killing.
Alright.
Hell yeah.
Have a good one.
Good night,
Goodbye.
everyone.